Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna get started in a few minutes, and as you can see right here on the screen, this is the article that I'm telling people about that literally pissed me off. I was gonna make this into a video as a regular video, but I said no, I'm gonna do it as a live stream because I might actually want. I actually may post the link into the chat, and I'm probably still in because I would like to actually get people's takes on this extremely problematic article that I have yet to read myself. What's going on, True Royal family, and everybody else? Sonia, Queen, Ado, M. Mitch, Sonia, Madara, Naja, Queen Divinity, Shelly, King Stan. Like this, like this article made me mad. And I'm gonna read it to y'all. This is actually gonna be my first time reading it myself. And I'm gonna read it to y'all. This is actually what's going on, Ashen, the Dapper Don Dada, Isaiah, British, Britain, England, Alabama Thorn, Sonia C. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of people say yes. True Royal Family says no. Okay, good. All right. So I was at work today and I spent 8.5 hours at work doing a lot of, I guess you could say, manual labor to have to come home and have to literally read this article to y'all because when I saw it, I was like, I couldn't even laugh at the foolishness that is this article right here from the title alone. Hey, J Dog 8807. I'm gonna talk about that probably later. I just wanted to talk about this article. Like I wanted this to be the main focal point right here. Because y'all know I always talk about how I hate when my intelligence is insulted. This is a prime example of that. But as you can see, it says DC police to learn Black history as part of a new training program. When I saw that, I said, they cannot be serious. Let me just go ahead and start reading this article. And make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in. Hold on, let me share this to my Twitter account so just in case people who didn't get the memo on my main channel can come over and join in as well. Because I most likely will open this up, but I'm gonna read the article first, give my take on it, and then I'm gonna open it up and let y'all have y'all say on it because I already know this is gonna piss a lot of us off. All right. It says DC police officers will take a course on critical race theory and visit the National Museum of African American History and Culture as a part of a new training program, Mayor Muriel E. Bowser announced Friday morning outside the museum. Now, those of you who do not live in DC or live in the DC area, Muriel Bowser is a Black woman. This is going back to that whole thing where they will put a black face in front of different scenarios when it comes to Black people and try to smooth things over. Let me continue. The program, developed through a partnership between DC Police and the University of the District of Columbia Community College, comes in the wake of a mid-nationwide concern over biased policing and use of force by officers, particularly in communities of color. Now, I believe that the UDC is a majority white institution, if I'm not mistaken. And if it is, there you have again white people trying to tell us about our own history. Let me continue. We are committed to accountability, said Bowser, to strengthen the bonds between MPD and our residents. While Bowser did say that crime has decreased in the district, the end of 2017 saw a 23% drop in violent crimes and 17% fewer homicides. Negative interactions between officers and Black residents remain an issue. The program takes officers through a day of training, which includes a 3-hour lecture on Black history, a guided tour through the National Museum of African American History and Culture, and a lesson on U Street where officers examine police brutality. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a field trip. That's what that sounds like. It sounds like one big field trip. And how much you want to bet those officers are getting paid to do this? You can't tell me they're doing this by their own free will. The effort comes as departments throughout the country have increased efforts to recognize and counter bias. In a similar move, the Chicago Police Department last year announced recruits would tour the Disabled Museum of African American History and the Illinois Holocaust Museum as part of their mandatory training. In the district, the program's facilitators hope to provide officers with an insight into the African American experience in the nation's capital. If you're going to be a police officer in Washington, you need to understand the history of the city, and race is a big part of that, said Chuck Wexler, executive director of the Police Executive Research Forum. Wexler has studied a range of issues related to police conduct, from gun violence prevention to the heroin epidemic. Well, we already know one of them don't apply to us. Police Chief Peter Newsham said the museums exhibit force officers to confront ugly moments in the history of policing. People who were supposed to serve and protect had played in enforcement of discriminatory, racist, and unjust policies and laws. The museum includes very honest and poignant stories of the role that policing played in some of the historical injustices in our country. Basically, they're taking them on a field trip on something that they should have learned years ago when they were in school. They already know this. It's the fact that they are pretending that they don't. I tell you, they are some good actors and actresses. They play naivety real well. Between 60 and 80 officers have been trained each week since January, said Bernard Demzek, or however you pronounce his name, who helped design the course's curriculum. Newsham hopes to have all 3,800 sworn officers and 660 civilian members trained by the end of the year. Master Police Officer Curtis Coleman hopes the program will improve interactions between people living in the district, residents, and officers, many of whom not from that area. This is 2018, and I'm telling my new cadets and recruits, you have to get out of the squad car. You have to interact with the community, Coleman said. Don't wait until something happens. Oh my God, like this, I don't know what else to say when it comes to what I just read. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to leave the link right here. And as True Royal Family always says, render your voice, because I can't wait to see what y'all have to say. This is actually gonna be my first time opening up the panel to people. The last two, the first two that I've done on this channel were by myself, but I really would love to know what y'all have to say about this. And True Royal family, if you're still here, I would definitely love for you to chime in, because I can't wait to hear what you got to say. Exactly, Nikki. It doesn't translate into police accountability. That's just them pretending to act like they don't know what's going on and like they need to be retaught every single thing that they already know. Like I said, it's a play on trying to make us look like we're dumb. It's a waste of time is what it is, because they gonna just go there. It's almost like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of community service. You know how, like, if you go to jail or something like that and you get out, you got to do a certain amount of hours of community service in order to pretty much be so quote unquote free for real. That's what this reminds me of. All right, Sherelle, I'm about to email it to you now. But if anybody else wants to join in, I left the link right there so you can actually see it, and you can just click on it, and you'll be able to come in, because I definitely want to hear what y'all got to say about this. It doesn't make any sense. Like, when I saw it, I said I have to share this with y'all in real time, on hence the title of the channel, Reign in Real Time. All right, Sharoy, I just sent it to you. Yes, Craig J. Muriel Bowser is a black woman. She is the current mayor of DC. Yeah, but when I saw that, I said they cannot be serious. You actually think that they can turn over a new leaf by going to a museum? Now, what if that museum wasn't there? What are they going to do? Go and look at the Martin Luther King statue and just stare at it while they recite the "I Have a Dream" speech and hope that absorbs them of all the crap that they do and continue to do? That's not going to solve anything. Exactly, Naja. Thank you. You said it. You said all you got from that article was another excuse for the cops to use, "Oh, I'm not racist, I took Black history." And notice it said it's a 3-hour quote unquote course. When I took African American history when I was in school, it took longer than 3 hours.
Can you hear me, Taran?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. All right. I do have something to say about it. I know exactly what this is.
Okay, go ahead.
This ain't nothing but about money. This is how they find a way to get more funding for their department. That's just some straight bullshit. So we need some training. I've seen this done before. Because they always begging for money some kind of way. You know how, like, you'll get, haven't you ever got any call from like the police league. They'll have some little football team or something.
Yeah.
And they always begging for money. And so this is a way. They'll just go through the fake motions like they're doing some training, but trust and believe they keep a high percentage of that money. It's like they must be lacking in something. It is an insult to your intelligence. I mean, white supremacy is all about lies and delusions. The way I always put it is, I'm lying to you, you lying to me, we lying to the royal family, and we just all going along with the lie. That's all we do. We just lying. We know we lying. We know it doesn't. That lets you know that them people is subhuman for real, because our psyche don't process that right. We look at each other in the eyes when we talk. We've been hurt so much and betrayed so much. We don't play that shit. And now they are so that because they always talking about their high IQs. You so damn dumb. You don't know what's going on. You know exactly what you're doing. Like I said, I had a video. I put up a video about that nut that up here in the Bay Area that was shot the people at YouTube. And I had probably 32,000 views on that video. And I went in on white folks. I said, because the cops had found her.
Yeah.
And they let her go, right? And the family had expressed her anger towards YouTube. And I said to white folks, I said to them, I said, this is a damn shame. I said, y'all always watching us. You make it your life mission to watch us because you think that we gonna go do something. And this white man said something real deep on my channel. He said, the way their attitude is they know overall we don't be doing anything, but they not gonna take that chance. So they gonna make it their mission. So that's how the police is acting too, where I mean they must be they must be the most scariest people in the world. They got all the arsenal, and a cell phone, you get killed over a book, you get killed moving your hand wrong, and all this stuff. And then it always go back to training. Okay, when they say training, then they're going to put a proposal together to get a grant from the federal government to get more funding, because they're going to say the department has failed. The personnel and staff is are not operating properly, and we need more funding. It's bullshit. Just do your fucking job.
Exactly.
Right.
Basically, this is them trying to put a Band-Aid over a flesh wound.
Yeah. To me, that's how I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong.
You're not wrong,
but
we on the same page.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I was at work, and I had some downtime. I didn't even read the article. So me reading the article to y'all was the first time I was reading it. I couldn't get past the title. So I posted it up everywhere. I posted it up on my Facebook page. I put it up on Twitter and on Instagram. And it was like, I got the same response from everybody like I got from you and everyone in the comment section now. Like, we was like, what is this? Like, I'm like, do they really think this is actually going to work? They really actually think that this whole police need retraining or the police reform and everything like that. It's amazing how they feel they need to be trained and reformed when it deals with us, but they're not trained and reformed when it comes to the people that's actually really out there killing them, which is those who look just like them.
Man,
I bet you they won't. I bet you the next time a white person who's maybe quote unquote Jewish, they won't send them to the Holocaust Museum to get trained.
You right about that? Oh yeah, you're right about that. You know what I was thinking of up here in the Bay Area, up in Sacramento, where when Stephon Clark got killed. Do you remember the case last year where a brother, he had just got off of work and a cop jumped out his car and just beat the brother down? The brother was dog tired. He worked on a construction job. And this cop just went berserk. Well, that case just got resolved, and the brother gonna end up with $500,000 out of that case. And part of it also was they got more funding so they can do some sensitivity training for the other officers. And then that particular officer that did what he did to him, he's going to get some specialized training. And we're going to make sure he's secure, and then we're going to put him back out in the streets. I said, oh my goodness.
Boy, exactly. That's what they do. And they, like I said, they only do this brand new style of training when it comes to dealing with us, as if, they need to be, I guess you could say, extra careful when it deals with us.
Yeah, everything is surrounded around by us. It's like, now I don't live in Oakland, but I'm near Oakland. Mm-hmm. And there was a police chief. I can't remember his name, but I remember he came from Southern California, because I'm way up northern. And what pissed me off was the coon Negro did to the hood to go talk to our people. I'm like, well, why you didn't go in no other neighborhoods? Why are you going straight to the fucking hood?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, really? Did you go to any other neighborhood? But you're going to the hood.
And another thing that be killing me too is like when you see these videos that go viral where you have these white cops going out to the hood or wherever, playing basketball and stuff like that. Like, and then it's so sad when some of our people actually eat that up. I'm like, do y'all not see what they're doing? They're going to do the same exact thing with this one, and unfortunately some of our own are going to eat that up too. And they're like, you know what, this actually worked. It's like a spell, and we've cast our little witchcraft on them, and it's going to work. I said, Black people,
you know what?
Do not fall for it. Do not fall for this.
Because my husband said the same thing what you saying. A little over about our house, there is a outside area with a trailer, and it's like a substation for the police. It's just a little small trailer, and it's in a lot, and in the lot it's a playground. It's a playground and all kind of activities that kids can do, right? Unquote, safely. And my husband said that shit is set up to get information out of them kids. That's all that is. That's all that is, to get information.
And they know to go after the kids because they're very impressionable. So they know that they're going to most likely give them that information, and all of it too.
Mm-hmm. And the neighborhood that I live in is predominantly white. Mm-hmm. The way that this neighborhood get down, they would go the fuck off if you put anything that looked like the police in their neighborhood. In fact, I was going for a walk one day, and about 6 police, because I live up in the hills, were flying up the hill. They didn't have or anything. They was moving fast. And it was kind of, in a suburban community, it was moving fast. And I said, why they don't got the damn sirens on? Turn out later, my husband found out what happened. Way up in them damn hills, this white guy's son was selling. He was a dope dealer, and something went wrong, and they went up there. They went up there to kill him, and they ended up killing his father. That was never in the paper. It was very hush hush and everything, because they got white on white crime. Like, because I mentioned it the other day. My husband watch all that forensics shows and all that, and they be in suburbia killing each other.
And that's why they don't send like a lot of police there, because then it would expose what we already know that's going on in white suburbia, is that they got a lot of crime, and some of them have some of the most dirtiest and darkest of crimes that can't even compete with crimes that happen in the quote unquote hood.
You know how you can find out? Because I did. I went to one of them little town hall meetings, and they was letting us know the crimes in the neighborhood, smash and grab, and then like just our house alone, we got 5 vehicles, and they real nice, because that's my husband's fetish. He didn't have his Hummer broke into. They didn't siphon gas out of it. He didn't have gas siphon out of his truck, and he had to get those special. He had to get it fixed where you can have a key to it. And then 2 months ago, they came here They smashed the window out of the Hummer and they snatched out the radio. That was over $6,000 in damage. Then they went down the street, smashed out another radio. We didn't had abandoned cars parked right in front of the house. Because way down the hill is where the freeway is. And the cop told me when I called the police to get them stolen cars out of front of my house, they said, oh, this is where they dump everything. They got all kind of shit popping off around here, but they're quiet about it. They're real quiet about it and stuff. But a lot of that is going on. So the main issue that they're having in this neighborhood is smash and grab, siphoning gas out of your tank. And then the other thing is, when we make, you know how you make your little late night trips like to a 7-Eleven or something?
Yeah.
And you know the freaks do come out at night. So it's a lot of these white folks that live, you know, that they still live with their parents. Mm-hmm. All of them, about 4 or 5 of them was busting out their individual EBT cards. They on food.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That's why I always say this. I would like black people. If you ever go to a store that accepts EBT and you see a white person out there bust out that EBT card, document that. try to be discreet about it.
Gotta catch them one night.
But document that, because you know it is, because it's almost like with them, depending on where you are, it's almost like a I guess you like finding a needle in a haystack. See, they won't go at a time when it's peak hours when there's a lot of people around, because they probably don't want them to know and that they're ashamed to walk around with that WIC card. They're gonna go at a time when there's hardly nobody there, and the only people that know that they use that card is the cashier.
Because because we like to get up early and do stuff, and you're right about that. Because that was the only, I've seen it only at late at night, and they was whipping them, and it was like, damn, was a bunch of them around here. So these how they portraying us in the unquote hood. They be doing hood shit up here too. So it's just how they police the communities, and it's like a shameful thing to, you know, have a substation in your community. But back to what I was saying, I didn't like that damn chief of police attitude where the first thing you do is come to the hood. And right there, that lets you know there is a war between the police and us. If you're going to us and you're not going to any other community.
Exactly. Because they, like I said, they're not going to any other community doing this, but it's mostly other white people that are killing them or becoming combative with them. But the reason why they're doing it like this is because they have to try to let the world know that they somehow care when they really don't. Because see, the thing is, this is the thing, and I think I just figured it out. They have successfully gotten every other community to kiss their ass as a collective except us. And this is how they're going to try to get us as a collective to kiss their ass. But it's not going to work.
No, it's not going to work. And I want to add one more thing. Another problem that we have in the Bay Area, period. Now, it doesn't happen to us. They got a lot of Chinese gangs up here. Mm-hmm. And you got your Chinese, your Cambodian, your Cantonese, and stuff like that. And a lot of them have moved in the unquote hood. So you'll have blacks, Mexicans, and then the Cambodians and stuff. And they got the gang issue. And what they've been doing is they've been robbing a lot of the elders because they don't believe in banks. And they keep their money in their house. I know exactly where they keep it. And it's a shame what they do to them. And I'm not going to say it on social media. But they so that's an issue that they have. And they quiet about it because it's bad. It's real bad.
I can believe it.
You don't hear nothing about them. You know, see, those are the ones that always get looked over because they look meek, like they wouldn't harm a fly. Man, no, they hood too.
Of course. Everybody got some ratchet in them, not just black people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
but they got to play up that stereotype that we are the only ones that are.
Well, you know what? A lot of people have been saying, because a lot of us talk about them last days, and these white folks is deranged and crazy. The hood is going to end up being the safest place to be.
Exactly. Good point that you made. After all, look at where them white people was running to in order to get their fix, and probably still are to the hood because they know that they can get the good shit there.
I seen it too.
And they know that their white neighbors won't catch them.
I was working one time over, they call it the Acorn Projects in West Oakland, and we were refurbishing the public housing, and we was on this corner doing something, and I kept watching these undercover police, and they kept getting people and stuff. And then finally I said to the white boy I was working with, I said, we got to get off this corner. Huh? What you mean? I said, these motherfuckers is using us for a decoy. I seen the whole thing. I could see it. And then white folks was coming through there. A couple of our own came through there and all that, because in West Oakland is right in the downtown area. So they can go all through them projects and all through them areas. It's walking distance, literally. It's that close. So they go right there in the hood, and you got the corporate offices and everything there. In fact, they got the federal building over there. They switched it from San Francisco and put it in Oakland. So they be peeling right out there. You wouldn't believe how close downtown Oakland is to West Oakland. It's that close, and they're coming all through there and stuff. So yeah, I have seen it more than once, because they don't even know how to be discreet about it. They just stand out. It's hilarious. It's just really hilarious when they get caught in look shit face and stuff. So it's just something else. But that memo that you had, what state was that in again?
This is in DC.
Oh, in DC. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In DC. And the thing is, I went to the museum right around the time when it first opened up. And it's a really nice museum. I recommend people, if you ever come to DC and you want to go see it. And I would recommend you try to get your passes, because them passes go like crazy even still to this day. And that museum's been open for about almost 2 years now. But what they are trying to do with this here is silly. Like I said, it's straight and utter foolishness.
Yeah, and it's.
I mean, can you imagine what it's going to look like? Like I said, it's going to look like a field trip. They're going to have them all coming in a single file line.
You know how I look at it.
They're going to walk up in there with their lunch boxes.
When you first said that, I was thinking that, Taryn. I said, oh, so now they some little damn babies, and they're going to go on this little field trip and stuff. And then the other part of it is it's a requirement for them to do it. So they'll have it in their little file that they put in their necessary hours to get in that necessary training and all of that. And like you said, they're getting paid for it.
Yeah, they most likely they are not doing this for free.
No, they're not gonna do nothing.
It is no way they would do this for free.
No, it's all, they're gonna get the bed on. They're gonna get the bed on. But the thing is, it makes me, this is the analogy that I would use, how insulting it is. It's like, say you in the 3rd grade and you're behind and got in trouble at school, right? And they give you the paper, the little paper to hand to your mother. Well, your little 3rd grade self gonna try to, do your mama's signature and then send it back to school. You did it in a crayon.
Exactly. Going forward that
you can see right through that. Come on. But see, that's how they are insulting us. They don't think we can see this. The gig is up.
It really is.
It's up, man. That I keep seeing something that Cynthia G said, and when how sometimes, that's why I love listening to different people. Sometimes one of us can say something on a video and it open up like another chamber in your head. And because how sometimes we do so many videos, you don't know what to do a video on, you don't know what to say, and then somebody could say that one thing and it just, you might go for weeks. And when she said that white people are a non-progressive group of people, the first thing I thought was, whoa, I said they can't go no further than they can. They cannot go no further because it's like this. To show you we are progressive, okay, they'll try to mimic our music style. It's easy for us to come up with a whole nother sector of music because I seen the birth of hip hop. And they said it wasn't gonna last. I remember when it came out in 1977, and we are that capable of coming up with some music so different. It's like, oh, they did it again. They cannot elevate no further.
Exactly.
And stop letting these people psych you and insult your intelligence. Never ever conform to the system. You know what I've been doing since Winnie Mandela has passed? I've been watching all her old videos. I've been watching everything about apartheid, and it's just giving me fuel to the fire because these people, only thing they had was the clothes on their back. We doing real good as far as how we living, but the way that they are doing it to us is mental shackles. Mental. Even though I live in this big ass house and in this society, these material things that you can lose instantly, I unquote look like we have made it. I'm still connected to the hood. I got family there. I got it, and it don't even have to be in the hood. Somebody is messing with us every millisecond. So some people might say, why would people who unquote look like they successfully made it? We all got somebody in our family still in those areas and not all of them are bad, but they might be in a little bit more of a danger. So I'm still connected. I ain't made it. This ain't making it because our dignity is still being stripped from us by these people. So it doesn't matter what damn neighborhood you live in. It don't matter. I get tired of black folks thinking that, and see, me personally, that's why I got upset with the situation that happened to that young man. I hated that he had got shot at and stuff. I really hated it, but I got angry because I knew his mother's thinking. She's like, oh, my husband is in the military. He just got deployed to Syria and all this kind of stuff. Them folks don't give a damn if you fight for this country.
And you know what? It's funny you mentioned that. There was this video, and I think I was going to talk about it in a separate video, but I'll bring it up now. There was this video where these two black women who was in the military, they had their uniform on, and it was this white lady and her husband, and they were inside of a restaurant, and this white lady was charging at them and everything like that, trying to take the woman's phone out of her hand. She called them black lesbians and all types of stuff like that. I said, oh, but are these the people that's supposed to be so-called respecting the military and respecting the flag, acting like this? Of course, it was utter sarcasm when I said it. Because
that video Mr. Superboy did, where I think it was this veteran, and they got some little thing where you can go to the restaurant and they'll give them something free, maybe a little bit of some appetizers and all this stuff. And a brother came in there.
Yeah.
Remember that? And he was a for real veteran, and the white person didn't believe it. And they just, everything that they do, what makes them look so stupid is when we catch them on film, everything they do is overdone. And my oldest son, me and him was talking about this. He said the one thing that white people don't like is them cameras is on them, and they can't figure out a way to stop it. Their behavior is being shown because they said that we were delusional. We were delusional. Okay. And they still want to continue to say we delusional. Oh, it's not what you seen. Oh, it's not what you seen. So now we're delusional. It's like this young man that got shot at. They're saying it's a whole different story and stuff. And the film don't lie, but they're gonna say, well, something happened after, before that. It's your surveillance camera, fucker.
Exactly. You know what, Zach? That's what they kill me with that, especially on like Twitter and stuff. See, that's why I follow Tariq Nasheed, because I already know his tweets. If y'all follow him on Twitter and you have a Twitter account, you know that his tweets will attract a lot of trolls, like every last one of them. And every last one of them, they repeat the same rhetoric. Well, what if so and so? Well, we didn't see the whole video. What happened at the beginning? Well, there has to be more to the story. It's the same.
Yeah, because they always trying to find a way out. That's what it is.
Because they can't honestly believe that what is being put in front of them actually did happen. So it just has to be more to the story. It has to be a back door to that front door.
Did you see the full bond hearing when I did my hangout with that dude that shot that at that kid?
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Oh, well, the full bond hearing, what I'll do, because you will love watching it. You probably even use part of it or all of it, because it's about 18 minutes or so, 17 or 18 minutes. And they show the full bond hearing, and the dude is behind glass, and you can hear the irritation. The judge was irritated with him, but one person spoke in his behalf, another person didn't, and they just worked for the courts. They wasn't lawyers or anything like that. And that dude has a prior charge of shooting at somebody else in 2005.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and he got a drinking problem, all kind of stuff like that.
That's probably why he was irritated, because all of that stuff was coming out about him, and he was like, "Oh shoot, there goes my case."
And so when he started talking to the judge, he looked drunk. And when he's 53 years old, and I said, 53, damn, my husband 10 years older than him, and he looked rough.
Life is hitting him like a bag of bricks.
And this is what he said at the bond hearing: I beg you. So they set his bond hearing at $50,000 cash, no 10%. He got to wear a dog collar. He got to get counseling. He got to get he got to surrender all of his guns to the sheriff department. He cannot live in his house until this case is resolved. Because they did charge him with murder, attempted murder. What else would it was? Oh, he can't have no alcohol at all. And I said, he ain't gonna make it. This dude looked like he drank every day. I said, he not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. But what that bastard said is what we're talking about. He was like, well, it's more to the story and all that. And the judge just cut him completely off. I don't know what the race of the judge was, because I couldn't really see her, but you can hear the irritation in her voice. I was kind of surprised with that. But that was, I jumped out of my seat when I said, damn, he got another. I said, this dude is screwed. This one, I'm gonna see how they're gonna wiggle out of it, because they're gonna try to find a way.
They are going to try.
Yeah,
they're trying to make him suffer.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that I think they're gonna use is they're gonna use a mental health defense. Because he was already telling folks he retired 4 years ago because he got injured at work, and he was a fireman, and he was trying to explain to people he got hurt because he saved 2 people out of the fire.
And what is his ailment? Because for a person to be that injured, he sure took off like Speedy Gonzalez to come down them stairs and grab that shotgun.
I can't wait to see the surveillance. I was hunting it down, but no, nobody didn't leak it out or anything. But they said that the young man, he said everything accurately that happened, and it hurt my heart, because you could tell, even though he's pretty tall for his age, but you could see that he's so young.
And it's so crazy when you say he's tall for his age. I said they could have easily Tamir Riced him. He was 12, and they tried to say he was 18.
Yeah, but see, we know our kids, and you can see the innocence in his face, because he said he threw his hands up, he ran, and after it's over with, he broke down and cried. And I was like, damn, and it's no, he ain't no punk. Shit, I would have cried too if somebody would have shot at me like that. And stuff. And I was listening to Cap last night. He had a hangout, and he's military. He said, if somebody shoot at you, run in zigzags, don't run straight. And I said, we need to put that out. We got to start putting that out, because it's dangerous to be around these people.
Yeah, because if you run in zigzags, it's hard for them to keep a lock on you. If you run straight, they can just lock right in, boom, got you. You run in zigzags, they gotta constantly try to keep an aim on you. And if they shoot at you, then it's 9 times out of 10 you're gonna miss. But what I'm more upset is that they didn't charge the wife with anything. It's because of her.
Yo, her raggedy mom. I'm telling you, Becky, what you call it, saltine queen, man.
Oh, that's on that label only goes to one and only. And I'm not saying that here.
That's just for her. Okay.
That's just for her.
Okay.
She has earned that title, and that title is only for her.
When I first heard that, you said that a long time ago. I said, "Oh, that fit her perfectly." Yes. Saltine queen.
The thing is, the reason why I called her that is because she's always salty about something. Like, I swear that woman does not have a moment of happiness in her life unless she is talking negative, mostly about us.
Yeah. They got her gassed up on that shit. They got her gassed up on it and stuff. And you can tell by the way she speak, she can't tap in. You know what I'm saying? She speak very surface. She's not deep. There is no depth there. You know how we like I'll go to your channel and you'll go so deep and you'll break it down. I love how some of us, that's why I be wanting to listen to a bunch of different people, because I be like, damn, we deep. And just take that whole story apart and everything like that. And it's like, damn, I didn't look at it that way. And stuff like that. That's how we get that's why the enemy don't want us to talk to each other, because we get each other up to speed real quick about how they getting down, how they really getting down and stuff. That what you presented, it's like, really?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go. You want us to go along with this now? This bullshit you didn't just throw up on the paper? Okay.
Because they don't think that our mind can be expanded past what they believe we are. As far as intelligence goes. After all, we don't have a very high IQ compared to them.
Yeah,
that's why they have made it seem like we can't deliver good information. I said, let a real black media get up in there. Could you imagine if you had the likes of Professor Black Truth, Jason Black, yourself, myself, Lisa Cabrera, Mr. Superboy, Chris Crazy House, and a host of other people running our black media? Just imagine if our one black media would annihilate all of theirs.
Yeah. It would. It really would. You know what? You would take joy in watching the news, because it's so dry and stiff.
Right. Exactly. We bring life. They don't. Their stuff is about as bland as their chicken.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. You gotta put some seasoning on it.
Exactly. Just like, speaking of chicken, did you see that skit from Saturday Night Live with the potato salad?
No, I missed it.
Oh my God. Okay. They had Chadwick Boseman on there, because he played Black Panther. And they had a segment on there called Black Jeopardy. And they had Kenan Thompson. He was like the host, and they had other contestants. And it was different categories. And the category was white people. And Chadwick Boseman had said, you know what, I'm going to choose white people for 400. And he said, okay, Karen, she is invited to the cookout and she brings her potato salad. What did you do? He said, I'm going to assume that Karen is Caucasian. And she says she's going to bring this potato salad that I'm assuming that she made. But something just tells me that it's something off about it. She didn't use any salt, no pepper. No, she used a pinch of salt, no paprika. She seasoned it with something that's very unnecessary, like raisins. It was so funny. Like you gotta go watch it. The whole segment is funny, but
I'm gonna go watch that. You know what I was thinking of when you said that
part. That part is so funny. I actually posted it up on my Black Junction. Like, you go over there.
I'm gonna go over there and watch it. You know what I was thinking? I can hear myself echo. I hear an echo. Mm-hmm. Do you hear it?
Oh, I don't hear it.
Went away. Okay. What I was thinking of when you said that is, and it's in most black families, I know it is, when we have our little barbecues and all that, don't mess up the potato salad. It might be World War X in my family.
Exactly, because not, and the thing is, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of potato salad, not because I don't like anybody else's or anything like that. I never really gravitated towards potato salad. I tried it, but I didn't really care for it. But I have heard that everybody's potato salad is different.
Yes,
and
it is.
you know, and you have to basically choose which one is the best one to have.
Well,
and you can always tell which one don't is not good, because that one will be all the way to the end of the table and no one's touched it.
What our family do is we designate people. I'm the potato salad maker. No, nobody in the family don't make the potato salad but me. And if you come in with that shit, you gonna get your feelings hurt. You gonna get your feelings hurt. And then my husband, he's the barbecuer. He don't mess up the barbecue. And you got other people in the family that's designated that they real good at making a particular just, you got, that mac and cheese got to be right and all that kind of stuff. But see, I make a Cajun style potato salad. So it's kind of, it got a little heat on it. It got a little bit of heat on it. Some people can make it too sweet. They'll just, sometimes I went to a funeral, and then you go to the repast, and I couldn't believe this potato salad. It was like water damn near.
Ew.
I was like, damn. I was like, I'm real cool. And see, what they did was they fixed everybody's plate. And you may not want, like, I'm like you. I don't eat other folks. Not gonna do it. But yeah, that's how our family get down on that one. But I'm gonna go over there and watch that, because
you are gonna have I'm telling you, you are gonna have a good laugh. Like, I laughed so hard when I saw that, because it's so true. Like, when it comes to their cooking, if you want to call that cooking, it is very bland. Like, it has like no life, no seasoning to it whatsoever.
No, it don't. We went to the farmer's market once, and it was some white guys roasting some chicken, and they let you get a little sample. Well, the sample, believe it or not, was pretty good. And my husband, Mr. Santana, slipped up and bought it. And it was still decent. And so we was going to eat some of it the next day. It didn't taste the same. You know how we'll cook something like, I'll make some red beans and rice. Well, it's always tastes better the next day. Them seasonings then drop to the bottom of the bowl pot and all of that. And my husband said, I'm not going to do that no more. He had to take that chicken, the rest of it, bust it up, doctor it up, season it up, and put it back in the oven, because they don't cook their stuff. Like, some people like to go to like Honey Bake, and they'll buy them hams, or they'll buy them turkeys and all that stuff. And one time I got lazy and bought one of their turkeys. They have a smoked turkey. I had to end up cooking the turkey anyway. It wasn't done.
Ugh.
And I had to keep that turkey in the oven for 5 hours. Because you know how we like that meat to fall off the bone. We don't play that.
We don't like that stuff tough.
No, you know.
Like it tender.
Yeah, and after that, we just started smoking our own. I said, no, we can't be lazy on it. We gotta do what we gotta do. You can't go that route. Just simply can't go that route. But I was telling some people today to go to your in fact, I sent the link. I put the link to your channel. I know we're going off basis, but I know this is gonna fire you up, and I pray that you do a story on it. Devontae Hart. They found their parents, and they interviewed the mother and father.
I actually did see something where they did interview the mother.
Yeah,
she looks like she's sober.
Yeah, and I did the story on it, and she's been clean and sober for 8 years. But they had the mother and father there and everything. They tell a deep story. Them kids was taken away from their auntie, and I kept it real with everybody.
I actually spoke about the part when they was taken away from the aunt, because it's basically saying that she had to go to work. She left them with the mother. That was at the time when the mother was still on drugs. And CPS found out, and they immediately took the kids away from her. And she was trying to get the kids into her care. She was trying to adopt them for the longest, but they would not give them to her. And they immediately put the kids into the system. And then these two white lesbians came and got them like it was nothing. and they gave them over to them. I said, wait, did y'all even do a background check on them? Because a whole bunch of stuff came out about them after they killed themselves. I said a lot of stuff came out about them that will make them unfit parents, but
they
because
was talking about one of the kids jumped out the window and all that. Damn.
But because they were white women and they were lesbians, that's the two things they had on them that gave them two legs up against that aunt. They were white women and they were lesbians. They cater to the gay community a lot when it comes to these adoptions.
They do
a lot of loopholes for them. They get a lot of privilege. They have a lot of privilege when it comes to that adoption process, believe it or not.
It was what I was saying when I did the video is that I just kept it real. I said, okay, we got families. And in some of our families, you got some messed up folks in your family, and they end up having kids. Well, back in the day, what we would do is we would realize, okay, they messed up. We better get them babies and raise them ourselves and stuff. And that's what they was trying to do. The auntie was fine to raise them. And that's the part that shook me. And them kids is gone. But you know how, even though the story is coming out, you know how quiet it is, especially on social media, because you know they love coming attacking our channels. They ain't touching that one too much. You know, they'll give you a thumbs down on it. Yeah, because that's an argument they're not gonna win.
You know why they're not coming for it? Because that's attacking white women and white lesbians. It's like a 2-for-1 special. It's coming for that. And like someone else said, and like someone said in the comment section, I said, you know what? I can't do another update video about this, but I'll talk about it now. It came out that those kids, or at least 3 of them, were drugged on an ingredient that's found in Benadryl. They got them kids high and out of their mind so they would not feel the pain when they went over that cliff. And they said one of the women was so drunk that her blood alcohol level was 0.102. 0.008 is considered drunk. So she was way over the legal limit.
Wow, I didn't know about that. Damn. So they gave them kids Benadryl and what?
It wasn't Benadryl. It was an ingredient It was an ingredient found in Benadryl. But you know, Benadryl makes you drowsy.
Yeah, it does. It does. Wow, it just
yeah, like when they was doing like I guess the autopsy, or maybe they found that in the system of one of the kids, and one of the I don't even want to call it a parent because they weren't parents. I'm gonna just say one of the kidnappers, because that's what they did. They kidnapped the kids. One of the kidnappers, they found it in one of her systems. The other one was drunk, and one had that ingredient in their system. They knew CPS was coming for them, but they had to get out of it.
Them bitches panicked. They was panicking. They panicked, and so they only solution was to come up to kill them. And see, when they deal with us, you know, we you know, swiftly. So they couldn't handle. They can't handle nothing and stuff. They had been but see when I did the video. It freaked me out when you put that video up on Black Junction. It freaked me out. I was like, what kind of freaky shit is this?
Because I remember when I was reading about it, they were saying they would go to these festivals and things of that nature. And then when I saw him dressed like that, I'm like, this is so hard to watch.
It was hard to watch because they had him in a little girl outfit with a tail and cut his hair all weird and shit. And you know what it made me think of? I grew up in the Haight-Ashbury in the late 60s and the 70s. So I was right there to see the hippies do the weirdest shit. And that brought memories back when I was a kid, seeing white people running around like that, weird, barefooted, playing the guitar, stanky, nasty. They kids would look weird and stuff like that. And the Haight-Ashbury is a wealthy community, real wealthy, but they had some weird white folks. I was around some weird shit when I grew up. You see some weird stuff up in San Francisco. You really do.
I bet that looked like a breeding ground for Woodstock.
You know what? But it was. You know what? But the crazy part, because we went to the city today, and we can't stand it no more. it was actually fun to be in San Francisco.
Mhm.
Even though you would see the weirdest shit, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. You know, it's too expensive. It's not a city for kids. It's a city for gays and .comers, and they are literally closing schools down in San Francisco because it's not conducive for families. You know, they trying to push all the blacks out as much as possible, like, you know, like they always do.
And something else that got me too was when I was talking about that story was that video that one of the kidnappers posted up of him dancing in his underwear.
No, I didn't see that one.
I didn't post the video. I just posted like it was a screenshot, and it's like I can't even press play on this video because it's like I would feel some type of way just even getting a glimpse of that. Looking at that was hard enough.
You know what I was telling some folks about a few weeks ago. I didn't want people to think I'd be losing sight of some of these big stories that be done, because I know you will do it and some others may do it, and because I'll cry through some of them videos. Some of that shit drain. Some people don't know behind the scenes when we do the research on stuff, and we use different sources. It drains you to get the background information. You know, we're subject that might get the police report, the autopsy report, and you will start reading all of what the stuff behind the scenes, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it really is like hard, like, and draining and everything to do, because it's like when you read those stories, it's like, do I really want to press the record button and start talking about it, or am I going to just like sit on the back burner and see what someone else says, and then if I want to chime in, I'll talk about it.
I'm trying to think. It was one video you did. I think it was about some girl, and I had never heard you talk like that. You sound so emotional. You was really, it was a different tone. I've only heard it one time, and I was like, wow, this story is really getting to him. Damn, I can't remember that video, but it was something that happened to a sister or some teenage girl.
Like how long? Like how was it recent? Like how long?
It wasn't recent. It wasn't. I know it was last year sometime.
Was it about that girl that got jumped in that school?
Yeah. Yeah,
that one made me feel some type of way, because I'm not even gonna lie, that video right there, that one almost drained me. Like I almost had, like, in the middle of me doing my rant about that, I almost cut the video off because her getting killed like that was unnecessary. And I think what made me even more mad about it was because the girls who were involved with her death got a slap on the wrist over some boy.
Wow. I know, because it's like you sometimes you just have to cut it off. And you know what I'll go do? I'll cut off the computer and I'll just go watch something, you know, something goofy on TV or something like that, just to get my mind. That stuff be heavy. That's why I started That's why I started one time. I was doing I was looking, it was like 3 weeks straight. All the videos was intense. It was all kind of stuff happening to us. I could feel this negative energy around me. I said, I got to get up out of this. And then I said, I got to start doing my videos a different way. Some of them. And that's when I started, like, you know how I get on that sheriff, I'll laugh and make it, even though I'm pissed to the core with his ass. And that's why I started doing some of the videos and just kind of poking fun, but I really be pissed off. Because it's a draining effect. So I'll switch up sometimes. And you know what got me, that cracked me up? I was screaming, because you never know when Lisa gonna see. What got me with Lisa is when she started doing her videos, when you hear her voice, she sounds like a very proper woman, right? So when she cuss, and I'm used to it now, you're not expecting her to cuss. Now I know I cuss like a sailor. And every once in a while, she'll pop up a video you're not expecting. So when she did the high IQ videos, and I was screaming because she did part 3 today, and she had all this music playing behind it and stuff. Then she did the one with the twins, and she didn't even talk. And it's like she was poking fun at white folks when I said, we be doing some sneak digs. That's what I be liking. I like when we do them sneak digs. And I said, they ain't even catching on. They don't speak our language. They don't try.
That's why I think that's when you say that sometimes we get stories that are so heavy that we have to do something that might be sensitive in nature to them, that might be funny and comedic to us. Like when Lisa does those heroin videos, we find that funny because that has become our comedic relief.
Yes.
Because we know that they are somewhere laughing at our pain. I mean, we have to have something to laugh at because we get hit with a lot of drama from outside of the community on us, and then even some stuff from within the community on us as well. So it's like we get hit at all angles. We just need a good laugh. That's why I posted that video about the potato salad.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that. But you know what I really like is what I like about, I'm always happy when other people are doing, more new people are coming and stuff. We be digging into stuff that people don't even read, little tiny articles that really be big, and then you do research on it and stuff like that, and stuff happening in our surrounding communities that they do not even talk about. And I'll go run and tell my husband, blah, blah, blah happened, blah, blah. He said, because he old school, he 10 years older than me, so he still watched the news. And I'm like, he said, well, where you get that information from? I didn't hear about that. And sometimes he will listen to YouTube. I'll fire it up for him and he'll be like, oh my goodness. Because I had him to listen to Professor Black Truth.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, whoa, who is that? I said, honey, I'm telling you, you need to cut that TV off. I said, we be listening to some real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. And then the thing that gets me is we know the enemy is watching and they can't stand us because we bringing out that truth. We're not doing that surface talk, that delusional talk. You're touching their core. That when you was going through that mess that they was doing to you, you was touching their core, Terrin. You was touching their core. They was waiting for you. They couldn't take it. They couldn't. That was painful. You kicked their ass.
Right.
Their ass. And it was like, you hit them in that sweet spot. They can't take it. I mean, damn, you couldn't even put up anything. Look, they attacked Mr. Superboy's channel. He'd been around for a long time. I mean, it's
probably just as long as the rest of us.
Yeah, he been there for a minute. And you be touching them. But I paid attention to what you did, because you got a lot of love over there on Black Spot. You blew up over there, and then you just had a way that you reinvented yourself. That's what I was saying. They non-progressive. We know how to reinvent ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you came right on back and stuff. But it's just it's a little bit of a different flavor. You still bringing it and stuff like that. I hated that it happened to you, because it's painful. What people don't know, you put your heart and soul in these stories. You do your research and everything. You're thinking about it when you're out and about at work or whatever you're doing. And then for them to just take you down like that, it hurts.
Right.
Because you put so much into it. And it's like, damn, really?
Right.
So there really ain't no freedom of speech. Stuff. I wonder, that's that memo that you got. I wonder, did you look into it deeper to see, did they put it out in the media yet or anything like that? I know you said you put it out, but I'm saying, like,
you know what's so funny? Today is the 16th. That article was posted 3 days ago.
Oh, okay.
So there's your answer.
Okay. So some people are looking at it, how insulting it is.
Right. Like, it came out 3 days ago, and I'm just now learning about it today.
Mm-hmm.
If it was really important, I would have found out about it 3 days ago.
Okay.
So it's like, it's almost like one of them sneak ones. Like, we're gonna sneak this one in here, and then when it actually happens, there we go. And I'm like, well, shoot, I knew about this months ago.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, it's gonna spread to the other departments. Some kind of goofiness they doing, because what they don't realize is they want to continue to keep doing what they are doing, and they can't figure out another way to do it. So some of them then really just got blatant. They don't even give a damn about having on the cameras or anything. I'm just gonna take them out. It's like they didn't got to that point. And when Lisa said on on Black Junction. She said the government is sanctioning the utter slaughtering of the royal family. Literally. That, you know, they ain't saying nothing about it, being very quiet about it, and they in total agreement with it. You know, it's like you know, because when they were talking about the situation that happened up here where I live at, and they asked Trump's administrator about it, they was like, it's a local issue. So yeah, you shoot at a dude 20 times and 8 bullets go in his back. 8 bullets. You know? 8 bullets.
Basically, they said local issue. What they really wanted to say is an isolated incident.
Yeah, yeah. And I was saying the sad part about it, because we'll be up here for a lifetime. Every millisecond, somebody is doing harm to us. We don't get no peace from these people.
Right. We haven't had a moment's peace like ever.
Yeah, ever. And that's why, like I said, I'm going back over apartheid, because I remember when I first learned about apartheid, I was in the 7th grade, and I had a really good history teacher because she had traveled to a lot of countries, and I'm a bit of a history buff anyway. And when I really learned that you had to walk around with like a little booklet, and they would constantly check you, and it was way deeper than Jim Crow. How they, you know, you had to go to the separate bathrooms and all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah. That shit was harsh what they were doing. And they lived in them townships, don't have no water, don't have adequate sanitation. And they were trying, see, this is what people don't realize. There is literally about 9 million, or probably even more, in South Africa alone. And these white folks is trying to figure out how to contain them. They just thought how they could contain them. And then what they would do is they were so cruel to them. And these are the harshest days of apartheid. When Black folks would get up and go to work, they literally had to get up like 2 and 3 in the morning, travel all the way far. They don't hardly spend no time with their family. The men that work in the mines, they might be able to come home once a month for a day or two. And the level of cruelty was, I mean, it was harsh. And it was like Winnie Mandela said she went to jail so much, she lost track. But there's a book out where she went to jail for 491 days. And she said she was tortured for 7 days straight. 7 days straight, around the clock. And she said the only relief she got is when she would faint. And they beat that woman to the point where she said she was urinating blood. And she said after she went through that torture, her resolve in her head about the enemy was that she's seeing the lengths that they would go to oppress us, to continue to subjugate us. And it made her a soldier. It was like, you did everything to me. And she said she didn't experience every type of hurt, this, you know, the psychological thing. And you know, the thing that got me to show you how they can't stand us, they did all that stuff to that woman, and her face never cracked. That woman's fake. Because I had an opportunity in the 1990 to see Nelson Mandela in person and Winnie Mandela here in Oakland. And my father bought tickets, and we were like 5 or 6 rows from the stage. So when they came out, Nelson Mandela was tall. And when Winnie came out, her face was just flawless. And it's like, damn. So can you imagine that somebody did all these god awful things to you, and you don't look broke down, you still speak with fire and all of that. They that fragile that even your own words mess with their head. Your own words.
You see, the thing is, they thought they had broke that woman all the way down, but they didn't.
No, that woman's face was just flawless to me. It was just amazing. But to really get into how deep they did her, she said she never really spent time with her kids or anything. She had no contact with her husband. They just did all type of brutal stuff to us. And I want to know how brutal it is because I want to stay razor sharp about this enemy. I don't want to slip. I know I won't slip, but I just want, sometimes I like to double down on myself, you know, because these people are dangerous to be around. And that's how I'm looking at them.
And they don't think that they are.
No,
they think they are the moral compass.
The way that they are treating us, we need to look at them the way they looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And this is something I've been wanting to say. Black men need to conduct themselves like white men, like white women. The white woman is the most the most protected person on the planet. She can walk down the street butt naked in the hood and nobody won't touch her. And what the black man need to do when he in the elevator, he need to grab his balls like she grab her purse and clutch it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to act just like her. You fearful of everything because somebody always messing with a black man and stuff. No, it's the opposite. They always coming at y'all. Even it's just sad, man. It really is. It pisses you off how they get down, and then they put out clown shit on some paper, and we supposed to go, oh wow, they're gonna get some training. They're gonna learn about this and that. Man, really? Please.
Yeah, they.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you on that. Are you still doing your I ain't went over there because I'll be so busy. Your, what do they call it? SoundWave? SoundCloud, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm still doing that. Post a different one every Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to step it up and try to go listen to it more. I feel between researching, trying to listen to other people's videos, trying to manage your channel and all of that, is I don't want nobody to feel slighted. It's draining sometimes. I mean, even though I still enjoy doing it and stuff, because a lot of people will send you tons of emails. They'll get upset with you if you don't put the story out. It's a lot to filter, and you have to pick and choose what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do everything for everyone, and that's no slight to everyone. They just don't fully understand. And we got small channels. I can't imagine all the emails Phil from the Advice Show get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You would have to, hire somebody just to filter your emails. But I wanted to let y'all know that anybody that's a mod on anyone's channels, you can delete comments, crazy comments, when you just, in people's just watching stuff, because we can approve it, and it finally works now. I tested it today because a couple of channels, some people was putting some crazy messages and stuff over on Phil from the Advice Show, and I said, let me see if this removal thing gonna work, and it finally did. It finally did, because people don't get their notifications, and people get mad at that. They shut that down deliberately.
Oh yeah. I remember when that had got announced, when they was I was actually going to do a video about it, but I had talked about it so many other times on other people's platforms. I said I might as well not even talk about it in the video no more. But they implemented this little thing where they don't send out the notifications to a vast majority of your subscribers, no matter how many times they click that bell. And they said they only send it out to a few percentage of your followers or your subscribers, and only to the people that they feel watch your videos on a consistent basis, but then gonna recommend videos to you of people you don't even watch.
What?
Exactly. I said that made no sense.
Cap is asking to get on the panel.
Oh, hold on. All right, I just sent the link to you.
Yeah, so y'all just have to you don't see something in a while, go check our channels.
Right.
Because they did. That's just,
yeah, because I thought that was so dumb. I said, what was the point of that?
Now you know what was on yours when you came in today. I got the message on my phone. I get my notifications on my phone all the time.
For some reason, I haven't gotten notifications that come to my phone in such a long time. It's like the only way I would get the notifications is if I click the thing. I would have to actually be on my Mac and click it at the top, and there's the notification right there.
I heard my phone in the other room. It said ding because I'm in my office, and I knew immediately somebody had I said somebody got a live stream going, and so I checked and I said, oh, okay, it's Teryn. That's how I found out. That is how I found out. So that's a trip that it works on the phone, but I don't get the notifications on the computer. I just know how to get it. I don't even let it bother me no more. I don't even care.
Yeah, me neither. Like I'm like, as long as I'm getting the message out the best way I know how to the best of my abilities, and people are receptive of it, that's all that matters to me.
We seasoned to the fuckery.
Right. That's one way to look at it.
But I like that now we can make an announcement, and if we want to really go in on something, and we'd be running over there. Because one video I did, I had like over 1,000 hits. I was like, oh, good on Black Junction, because I want to give them that love,
right?
And that's what I like, because it's a different energy. I'm gonna try to encourage Mr. Superboy to come over more, because he did one video, and after he, I feel free, and I really want more YouTubers to come over, because you can just what this is what tripped me out about Black Junction. I thought I was just speaking and not holding. I didn't know I was holding back, and out on Black Junction, and I was like, damn. So I was holding back some, because these suckers will mess with your channel and shit. Let me see here, because
yeah, because I actually tried to send Cap the link, but it said send him to the Play Store or something like that.
He said to send him the email.
Yeah, so I'm asking him for his email now.
Cap did a good live stream yesterday. Survival. Did a survival video. Let me see here. I'm reading the comments on my channel. Kevin Hart, he out there cooning for Starbucks.
Oh, he changed his tune. See, this is exactly why I say y'all gotta be on Twitter, because I follow Professor Black Truth and Jason Black on there. Jason Black put something up about Kevin Hart when he had made that initial statement, and now Kevin Hart done changed his tune. I'm telling you, you will be surprised at who watches your channel, because now Kevin Hart went from defending Starbucks to literally like writing them off.
What?
Yes, because something else that came out about Starbucks. I think I saw you did a video. I didn't watch it yet because I immediately went into the live stream. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. And you were talking about that it was another incident that happened at another Starbucks where
it
was a black guy trying to get a code to use the restroom, and they wouldn't give it to him, but he found out that they gave it to a white guy, and he basically didn't order anything either.
He got a video of it too. And what happened is this incident happened the first of the year. He had put it out. He put it out viral, but it didn't really catch on
until after what happened in Philly.
Yeah, so because people was like, well, why he in the restaurant today? And I mean, in the stop in the coffee shop today, and they was thinking, just doubling down. I said, ooh, that was sweet. That was putting icing on the cake, um, and stuff. And because he asked to go to the bathroom, they wouldn't let him. They said he had to purchase. A white boy come in there, they give him the code to go to the bathroom, and the white guy was like, he said, did you buy anything? And he was like, no, I haven't bought anything yet. And the Mexican girl immediately went crazy. She security came, all of that and stuff, and they said they called the cops, but he was gone by then. You see how they go overboard on shit?
Mm-hmm.
And we delusional. Oh, and somebody on my channel, I'm gonna pin it to the top too. She said she worked at Starbucks for years. And she was talking about all their policies and procedures. She said Starbucks is a fucking lie. She know them inside out. They done. And stuff. They done. Gotta stay on code.
And see the thing is the CEO, he said what he said to try and cover it up, but see what's going to end up happening now. See what happened in Philly was like Pandora's box. Now Pandora's box is open, and now a lot of stuff is getting exposed about Starbucks, and now the CEO is going to be running out of lies to come up with.
Yeah, he sure is. He's done. And see, the thing is, what I like about what's going on is I like when these incidents happen, because we can get on it really helps us to get on code, because if we say we happen to walk past a Starbucks and some of our folks is coming out, you'd be like, what the hell you doing in there? And they gonna know. Oh, your ass done snuck up in the joint,
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna start feeling some kind of way, if it's like, what's going on, and your ass is up in here. They don't respect us. They don't give a damn about you, your money, or anything, and stuff. And
Dallas Fort Worth. Oh, without a doubt, the two brothers that was in Philly. They are gonna get a nice little payout per person. They're not gonna, and they better not undercut them and try to do it as one big collective lump sum where they split it in half. They need to have it where they each get a piece of their own pie.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm gonna put something out, because I have experienced, like most of us, racism at work. And white people are real easy to sue. And when I went through what I went through at work, and they harassed me and stuff, and me and my husband and my father, he was still living at the time, mapped out what the enemy was gonna do, and I followed it to the T. I wrote down everything when they would mess with me and stuff. And I followed through on them, and I sued them, and I ain't gonna give up the amount, but it was 6 figures. It felt so sweet to get that check. It was sweet. I couldn't believe my eyes. It took a little over a year, but I nailed them motherfuckers. It felt good. And my oldest son, just recently sued a company that he worked for, and he followed exactly what we said, and he got broke the fuck off. He said I couldn't see him yet because he graduated from college next month. He said, Mom, these white people is easy to sue. Easy. It wasn't nothing frivolous or anything. It was blatant racism. They you know what? It's like it's like Lisa Cabrera said, racism is so important to you. You're willing to lose your job. You're willing to lose everything to display it and exercise your race. And it's ridiculous, because ultimately in the end, all we is asking for one thing: leave us alone.
To Sonia C, she says, I hope they don't do the Devontae shuffle. Let me tell y'all something. These two men that are most likely about to get broke off from Starbucks, they know how to manage money. The reason why, because they have careers as realtors, so they know about money and how to manage it.
Oh, and that's the part.
I highly doubt that they are going to blow it. They know a lot of money when they see it. I wouldn't be surprised if they took that money and bought the block.
Now, let me tell you how you get a lot of money. The route that you have to take in order to get a lot of money is this: you have to go see a therapist. and have them to write that shit down, which they gonna do. And you're gonna, when they start asking you how you've been affected by the court and you start saying that, it's not admissible. But when you have a licensed therapist say what you've been through and they write that down, that it has affected your mental health. And let me tell you how serious it was. It was a sister here in Oakland, California, who had a position. She worked for the police department where she was going to have a higher rank. Well, they discriminated against her because she was pregnant. So, because she was definitely next in line for it. And she won the case, and that was on her lawyer that should have known it. She ended up getting about like 200,000. And they said if she would have had the therapist, she would have got way over 500,000. Way over. And I was like, how could a lawyer miss that? You know what I'm saying? That's how it affects the money. Yeah, okay, you did this, and then you can get paid for pain and suffering. Even it don't have to be physical, it can be mental. So remember that. I just want to put that out there. If something go down at work, always do what my father said: date, time, location, and stuff. And then when it's time to do what you got to do, start seeing a therapist. And you will really get broke off. We got to keep each other abreast on stuff like that.
And I think another thing that helped these two men is, like someone else said, how they reacted to the situation. They didn't blow up. See, they have put us into a position where they feel that we are always going to be over the top when it comes to how they deal with us. And I think they literally had everything going for them in this video for them to have a solid case. Look at where they were at. And then on top of that, they had other white people there that was actually backing them up.
Yeah, they kept asking, what did they?
Because I think the white guy, the white guy that's in the video, I think that's the one that was coming to meet them.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? I had on my channel played the video of what the police chief said with his coon ass, and
you mean David Clark #2, as if we needed another one.
He gonna double down and say, well, they said this and they said that and stuff, and it's like, don't you got better sense than that? That was hearsay. We don't know if they said that or not. Said that they got smart with the cops and stuff. And then he wanted to let people know he used to have stock in Starbucks, and then he want to tell some people that two of his cops that work under him, they got discriminated at Starbucks. What are you talking about? Now it's personal. You're not being professional now. Now you're asking it got personal.
Exactly.
You look silly. That's really what it is. You look silly. You know the shit is wrong. You look silly, and I can't live in that world, man. Could you imagine? Could you make it one day being a coon? So you're just gonna be a coon for a day.
I could that just seems like a nightmare, like for real. Like I couldn't even do it. It's like you do all of that for crumbs and you're happy for crumbs. I mean, look at Frick and Frack, aka Diamond and Silk. Them two individuals got what, like $1,200 total per.
I know.
And they are happy about that.
I did a video on them. They on a coon tour, and that's how they getting their coins. And I was gonna put the video up, but I said I chose not to. They are in their feelings because last week Facebook has said that their content is dangerous material. And do you know the one that do the most talking? She almost slipped up and said that's racism. It almost came out her mouth. And I said, okay, I see you'll go there too. You playing a game. You sitting up here playing a game, but they literally got a coon tour. They got a website. They were trying to get people to buy their little trinkets and stuff. And it's like it's ridiculous. They are embarrassing.
The only fans they got of them is the colonizer.
Then why? Yeah, it was a bunch of white folks in there. They was like, "Oh yes, I had one of them cockazoids come to my channel and say they good women." And then I've
seen that all over Twitter. If you was to type in Diamond and Silk on Twitter, and you'll see it's mostly a lot of white people that are literally caping for them and laughing at them. And like, you know, you would think with all the stuff they've been doing, all this stuff for Trump, they would get some better wigs.
Man. I wonder what their family think of them. Maybe they all coons too. But I was thinking about that one day. Could I make it a whole day and be a coon and put down my experience? And I was saying to myself, just laying there in the bed, thinking about it. Just thinking about it. I said, I ain't gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I can't do it. I don't have no bend in my DNA. How you, Cap? How you doing?
I think his microphone is muted.
Yeah, he muted it. He must have stepped away or something like that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I could not imagine, like, if I was to go to sleep and I in my dream, which would really be a nightmare, was a coon, I would have to literally fight to wake up. Like, I would probably want to rather run away from Freddy Krueger than be a coon. Honestly.
The woman is embarrassing, man. They don't never shut it off.
I could not handle it.
They could never shut it off. It's like the Diamond and Silk, Trump can't do no wrong. And then what's that? Paris?
My God, don't Paris Denard. I say he's like a little Poindexter.
Trump can't do no wrong.
He has a funny shape. He has a funny shaped head.
You could put a gun to his head and Trump was be like, I love you. I love you. I'm like, boy.
Like, that man would go to the end of the earth to protect 45.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey, Kat.
All right. Hey, family. Out there in the chat world, Queen, Rain, Torian.
I'm gonna put myself on mute for a bit. I gotta get me something to eat.
Okay. I was wondering if I was echoing.
Hey, make sure you don't get none of Karen's potato salad.
No. I can't wait till later. I can't wait.
You get some food poisoning.
Yeah, I gotta get something to eat.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stay on.
Oh, as I'm sure you've already pretty much heard what we've been talking about for the last, I don't know, almost 2 hours.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes I sit back, I just watch because I'm doing something else. And yeah, I've been catching all the topics,
right,
and everything. Yeah, and everything is true. You know, like it remind me stepping back to the topic about the little scary ass cracker ex-fireman that shot at that little young brother. It's because he's asking for directions to school.
Right.
I mean, it's evident that day by day, these so-called superior race is showing their cowardice. And the only thing we have to do is acknowledge it, but sometimes it's hard to wake our people up to let them know who's strong and who's weak.
Exactly. I actually posted up a tweet earlier today, and I said, I guess it's going to take a colored only sign for some black people to wake up to reality that they don't like us.
That's true. I mean, my brother had moved close to me. He's right around the corner. He didn't even talk to me after all the help I did. But I started taking notice and said, man, you trying to please all these fools, but you want to listen to your big brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Because I know you don't pay attention to the social everything is happening socially or in the world. You're more worried about the NFL, the NBA. And I'm trying to tell you, you have a family, bro. You need to prepare. Stop trying to please these folks. You know, he got his son playing football. He's always around all these damn white dudes. And like, he's dark as midnight and stuff. And I'm like, okay, bro. When the shit finally hit the fan, do not come knocking on my door. I'll warn you, do not come knocking on my fucking door when you're hungry or you need water because I only got enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is, playtime is over with, bro. You better wake up. But I just tell man, go out there. If you come knock on my door and say, hey, man, go ask one of the NFL players what you got to do to survive, because they doing good. They got the $1 million contracts. But what the hell have you been doing? The signs have been showing itself that it's about to get real.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna let you continue, brother. I just wanna touch on that little cracker ass motherfucking dude that shot at that young brother up there in the court hearing. That's why I was scared. Devon, you want to go back home, man? Your home is with some nuts in your ass. That's where your home should be.
But I'm still mad that they didn't get the wife on anything, and she was the one that kicked it off.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, man, that wife, she should get more. Well, I say the same as him, because history shows Becky, whenever they cry out, falsify, or them little false tears cry, or crying wolf. Yeah, it's like they get away with it.
Exactly.
And these little high IQ ass husbands of theirs, they bite into it. I think they use that as an excuse to use their racism and hate to attack somebody that doesn't look like them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a gateway for them to go ahead and execute your hate by saying, I was defending my wife. Motherfucker, nobody threatened your family. Why you go out there and try and kill somebody else? And when I heard about that young brother whose dad is over in Syria in the military, I heard that his dad was an Army Special Forces. If he is, that old man just fucked up. He just messed up. I'm telling you, there's a group of people you do not mess with. Anybody from the infantry. There's in the Army Special Forces, the Army Rangers, the Navy SEALs, the Marine Corps Force Recons. You don't mess with them. You don't do it.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what was going through his head when he found this out.
Man, if it's true about that young brother's dad being in Special Forces, I hope that man be wearing diapers like Trump to shit himself. Because be ready to shit on yourself. Because if I was that boy's father, I say, this man, he ain't gonna make it. You might as well commit suicide before I get to you, cat. You might as well do it. You gonna shoot at my son just for asking for directions to go to school? And now you're trying to show all those little pity little crybaby face expressions. No, bitch. You know what you did. Let me see. Dallas Fort Worth. The father is what? I heard Dallas Fort Worth is that the father might be Army Special Forces, which is one of the baddest ass people on the military. And so I'll just say he better hope that the father don't survive and come home to deal with that cat. And hopefully the father isn't one of those little military-wise, I forgive him kind of guys.
Yeah, I can't handle another one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm glad. I'm so happy that the brother survived that shit, man. I really is. Luckily, he was smart enough to see. Maybe the father taught him, about weaponry, and that young brother was able to see when that white dude came down with a shotgun. He knew how to, make tracks, get the hell out of there. Because that was some quick thinking on that brother's part. But the mother, Lord have mercy. Just because your husband served in the military, does that mean America loved the black veterans? It don't.
It doesn't. I was actually talking to True World about that earlier in the hangout. I was saying how it was this white lady who confronted these two black women who was in their fatigues at a restaurant, and she turned like that. That red hot, that when white people get mad and their whole face turn red, and they basically the whole notion to the redneck theory, and how she went at him and the husband as well, and things of that nature. And mind you, one of the women who was dressed like that, she was pregnant. So they were going at it with a pregnant woman.
Yeah, because it put me, these are so-called supporters of the military, they put me in a spot. It's like whenever they say thank you for your service, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Tell you the truth, I don't know how to say. I can't say thank you, you know. And but there's an acronym of the USMC, United States Marine Corps. It says that you signed them up for the contract, so you got to fulfill it.
Mm-hmm.
So as I come back and dealing with what I'm dealing with, it's hard to accept. I can't tell if they are sincere or just bullshitting me. So I just tell them no need to thank me. I signed them up for the contract, USMC, baby. You know, so
mm-hmm.
There's another topic y'all was touching on. I can't remember, man, because I was doing something. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and continue, man. Get the floor back to you because you're the host, man. I'm not trying to come over here and.
No. I was saying when I came on here, I was gonna open up the panel for people to talk because I'm always doing the talking by myself, so I always like to have other people's input.
Okay, yeah, because I know there's some people in the chat room, even though they type it, they make some good heavy-duty points, but I know they have a shyness of voicing their opinions.
I'm reading their comments.
Yeah, I don't blame them, but me, I have to get out of my little comfort zone and say, you know what, we are at war, and I gotta do what I gotta do to pitch in, just to say this is what I can provide to you. I mean, I play music, which Bob Marley, that adds a little revolutionary or self-healing kind of music, and then I can go in there. I can try and teach them how about survival, because most people that live in the city don't know about survival. Mm-hmm. So I just do parts by part to break it down. So it's up to them to do their research or go out there and do what they need to do to prepare. Because me, I'm not really prepared, but if the shit goes down, I ain't worried about it. I will survive, because there's gonna be some dead bodies out there that's well prepared. I say I can, when they dead, I can get off they, take their shit. So I know that sounds kind of sick, but hey, prepare when shit's a fan. You will become sick to survive. It is what it is, And I get tired of hearing those little emasculated comments on certain channels. And all that kind of stuff we don't need to do all that to survive. I said, okay, motherfucker. All right. Keep on thinking that shit. Keep on thinking it. And I also there's a part of the news of how China is coming to Russia's aid ever since America went out there and started bombing Syria. I think that's the right country. Yeah. I say, okay, America, your ass is in for it now. The only allies they have is the European and like UK and France and Israel. That's about it. Composed to China and Russia, these big huge body of people, of land, of power that they combine together. America, hey, we ain't gonna stand. We're not gonna stand if those two combine together with the rest of people join along. That's America's ass. It is. And people just playing them. Oh, we're too badass of a country to be touched. Okay. Keep on believing that shit. Keep on believing it. You better get your passport and get the fuck up out of here or do whatever. But don't believe that America we're badass, because it's not right for America to say that we can own nuclear bombs, but the other country can. That's some bully shit. No. It don't work that way. Why do you think they don't mess with North Korea or Iran? Because they know what America's about, and they have nuclear warheads. So America ain't gonna mess with them. But at the same time, America's positioned themselves strategically. That's why they try and get a base over there in Ghana. That's why they're trying to go to war and pitch in with their war and say that this chemical chemical equipment, what do you want to call it? But there's no proof of it. The same thing they did over there for Saddam. They didn't find no fucking mass destructions, no nuclear bombs, and nothing like that. So people gotta pay attention to the fine tune. Superboy 23 always sit back, watch, open your mind, stop being judgmental, and listen, and stop being emotional, and to get together proper information. Because that's all America's doing. Because they know these crackazoids, they're on their last leg, and they're very desperate, and they know it. They fucking know because everybody else is waking up due to the information highway, and so they can't lie to us anymore. The ones that want to believe a lie, those are ones that's trying to help maintain their supremacy against everybody else, but it's not going to work out. Yeah. So go ahead, brother. I
was actually like looking at something what me and Troy was first on here talking about when I was talking about that article about how they trying to implement this new training program for the DC police to improve community policing. And I saw somebody literally post up on Instagram. I don't even know who this is, but I just came across it and they reposted it. And they are actually happy this is happening. I'm like, I'm not going to respond because I don't know who they are. I'm just going to keep quiet about that. Yeah, I'm like, some people are so blind. And I said, I hope that it is no black people that's going to go along with it. And what happened a couple hours after I said that, look at what I see.
Some Silk and Diamond supporters.
I'm like, do y'all not see the underlying thing here? This is no different than them going into the hood and playing basketball or playing hopscotch or doing whatever it is. As a matter of fact, it was this white cop. He became very popular, like to the point where a lot of people now recognize who he is. And he did something similar to that. Well, guess what? He must have warmed the hearts of this black woman because he warmed himself right into her bed because they ended up getting engaged.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
I kid you not. I cannot remember his name. Maybe somebody in the comment section will know.
Was it the one that's playing basketball with the kids or doing some break dance move with the kids?
It's too many of them to even think of which one it was. But if I was to see his face, I would know exactly who it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There are people, they don't understand how they strategizing. Oh my God. It's just like, it almost rips my fucking heart out to see how most of our people or some of our people are gullible to go, they fall for that crap. That's it. I mean, there are some, this might put like 0.1% of good cops in each department. The majority of them are dirty as hell. And then every time something pops up, just like there's Starbucks, and there's another topic, another issue that happened. They always put a black police commissioner in front of the camera or on the scene. Like it's gonna make a big difference now. Like it's gonna solve, So when I saw that first episode, the first situation that happened in Philadelphia, and I saw that one black cop standing in front of the brother as they're handcuffing him. I said, brother, I saw the stripes on his uniform. I said, you got the power to tell these cops to let him go. And then next thing you know, then the Philadelphia police commissioner get on there and throwing out their little fucking Sambo-ass message to the public. And I could tell by his manners. He could not look straight in the fucking camera the whole time he was giving that speech, like he was searching to say, well, my cops did it, my policemen did correctly to get those men out of there. But yet those men didn't cause no ruckus. They didn't do anything. Sitting on your ass is a threat. So it's like, boy, now I have to pay attention to to my own people that I sometimes I socialize with, even from day when I was born to now. I gotta listen to what they say to figure out whose side are you on. Because there ain't no middle ground. It's no middle ground. Because the person that's in the middle, they're gonna get hurt. So you gotta choose a fucking side. So it's just frustrating. It's frustrating because I go out there to my people. I don't even go home no more because there's too many. I don't want to call them coons. Mm-hmm. I don't, but they still in that slave mentality. Like they want to include the oppressors into our situation, or they want to pray to our Sky Daddy Jesus and think everything's gonna be all right. I said, don't y'all, man, you better pay attention to these signs right here and now. Because I can bring a shitload of damn brother veterans of mine, and we all see the same damn thing. I said, these people just don't see that they're being used as sheeple. Right. And they don't want to do anything to fucking protect, come together, unify, and come together and stand up. And I think I spoke, because every time I do a live stream, I delete it. I'm not saving it, but I will. If I do a music video, I'll leave it up there. When it comes to live, because I'll be throwing out some heavy duty shit, and I know that they're watching.
Right.
And I tell them what's really going on, what you got to do. Don't be scared, because you got you want to say that you're African, you got to take in that Shaka Zulu spirit and try to raise your people and train them, and then you filter out the weak. Sometimes Shaka Zulu, the ones that were weak, I think if I remember correctly, he executed them because they can go back to the enemies and let them know what they're doing. And so that's a good move.
I'm back.
Okay, hey Queen, and too bad. Well, when what was that revolution? God dog it, Terrain. You had spoken about him. Nat Turner. Yeah, Nat Turner. Too bad that he didn't execute that little coon boy. I hate to say that.
Oh my God, that part pissed me off the most in the movie.
Boy, don't you know it?
I said, could you imagine how far they could have got if it wasn't for him?
Yeah. And along with Nate Turner, there's the one thing I know the schools won't teach about is one dude who's an abolitionist, John Brown. I heard this in the Bob Marley song, and I didn't know who the hell that dude was until I looked it up. Yeah, he's a white dude. He's doing the same Nat Turner thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, him and his sons.
He's like the only white guy that black people actually have genuine respect for.
Yeah, matter of fact,
and notice that you won't find many white people even know who John Brown is.
Nope, they don't.
It's a reason for that.
So what I'm gonna do is, I know I've been promising songs. I'm gonna look up that damn song from Bob Marley, speaking about John Brown, and post it out there. And hopefully, if I got some white viewers that come to my channel, they will listen to it. I see, capture that spirit and stand with us. If not, you're our fucking enemy.
That shit to catch on.
Huh?
They scared that shit gonna catch on.
Yeah. So I try to strategize. I try to strategize, even though I get fucking pissed off. Oh my God, I think that's why I don't have friends, because I get pissed off so easy because of stupidity. And people being ignorant, willingly being ignorant, and don't want to learn nothing. They just so happy being simple-minded. I said, no, we're not that type of people. I think I heard y'all saying that Cynthia G, sister, white folks are non-progressive, which is true. And then I think I heard the Queen Royal say that she proved that point even more by saying that, because if we find a stopping point, we always find another way to do something and make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already know the gig is up. We already know what they gonna do. So basically, how I look at what's going on with white folks, they just don't borrow time.
Right. That's it.
They just don't borrow time. I mean, it's like you talking about. Okay, you get a black sheriff. That don't mean shit to us. That shit that played out so long. That shit played out so long ago. That ain't working no more with us.
Don't mean shit.
Don't work.
Don't mean shit.
It's really an insult to your intelligence that you think that we are that damn dumb.
Yep.
I'm not playing delusional. I'm not playing your game. I'm not going along, getting along, tap dancing, buck dancing, and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say one thing on this computer on YouTube, and then behind the scenes I'm bowling and scraping.
Yeah.
You can have a telescope on me. You ain't gonna catch that on me. No way.
Hell no.
Because that'll be dishonoring my father. Everything he taught me. My father schooled me. He said everything that I tell you about the enemy, you can etch it in stone.
You had Queen. Every time I hear you talk about your father, I say your father was throwing some heavy duty knowledge upon you. And all praise.
You know what I'm gonna tell you? To the day that man died, the day that he died, he was still dropping jewels. And I was sat across the table. We was at a restaurant, and I looked at my father.
Yeah.
He had 3 lights over his head. I said, he getting ready to go. And he died that same day.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm an only child. So he always made it his mission to spend time with me. And he, I could see it. And I wouldn't say nothing because if I would have told my husband, he couldn't handle it. Stuff. But he was just telling me, and I'm glad that I listened. And stuff. And then my mother, she was in the Black Panthers.
Oh yeah, I could tell. Hey, sis, I could tell by your spirit that I said, man, she got. When I first came across you and Torian, y'all had the same spirit, but in a different way. And when I hear you talk, I said, man, she had to be in some kind of revolutionary group because you come with a heart, but with so much that elegance. Just like Lisa Cabrera, y'all come hard, but y'all have that elegance about you, which most of our sisters have lost.
Yeah. You know what tickles me the other day, yesterday, Cynthia G, Lisa Cabrera went off. And she did that video. She was even telling us in there, and I marked it at the point. It was like 5 minutes and 50 seconds. And she was talking about if y'all see any of them crazy comments in there to just to remove them. And she said, fuck you. Because she talked proper. She talked proper to me. She sounded proper.
Yeah.
But
that damn broke though.
She went off. She was cussing. But one day she did she did a video a few months ago, and I was sending people over there to listen to it. I had put the link in there, and I said Lisa was cussing. She was like something about touching on my ass, and I can't say something about it. I was in tears.
When you and Lisa go off, it's so enlightening and so refreshing, but funny at the same damn time. When y'all go off, I think, God damn, that's beautiful.
But you know what? I remember Torian, he did a video where he had got pissed off. Something had happened at work, or he went off or something like that. And you have to, because I didn't work with all different type of men. He more have a soft approach, but you have to watch dudes like Torian. You don't know what you're gonna get yourself into. You might think, maybe I got a chance, but then when you get up in his space, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I done stepped into something. Because I know I didn't work with a lot of different men, so you can't go by the way a person look or anything. And I hear how he speak, and he told that incident something had happened at work, and he went off on somebody and stuff. And I said, yeah.
I think I know what video you're talking about.
Yeah, that
was like way into last year, and I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that's how well I have a photographic memory, but I knew you was angry. And I said,
Oh
yep, he
yeah.
thought he was a soft target. Uh-huh.
No, yeah, Torian, he definitely isn't. It's just like a lot of our black YouTuber channels, you know, it's like, oh, you just sit back, and the ones I stay with are the ones that's not trying to disrespect anybody, but just speaking the hardcore truth.
No, you
You
know, he
know?
is speaking the truth. You can tell he's
Yeah,
educated, he was respectful. You can
yeah,
hear it in him. You can hear he's educated, but he got a lion's heart.
yes, he does. Yeah, I
Yeah.
respect to him.
Yeah, he got a lion's heart. I can hear it. And so sometimes people can hear, oh, this person is educated, and they'll put you in a certain category, and they don't think that you'll have that lion spirit.
Yeah,
And stuff. We can really deceive the enemy, because
yeah,
like when we was out there in them cotton fields and stuff, we would talk. We would change our language up because we knew enough about the enemy psyche. If we talk the way that we talk now, they can't handle it.
no.
So we had to just to stay alive. We talked that old slang and stuff. And it was really a survival tactic, because when they realized, damn, this person, these people is deranged and stuff, and not knowing the enemy, they so deranged that, you know, they thinking we don't die, you know, we docile, you know, we just some docile folks out here, the way we talk. But no, we knew how deranged these people was and how they was getting down and stuff.
Yep. Right. You're right, Queen. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Tori. Yeah, he has a different style. He's a calm person, but if there's something that really touches him, shit. Or any of your channels. Yeah, I mean, everybody got, like, you know, y'all have that calm, loving spirit, but it's something that's so damn bad. I can hear that passion of love and pain come through. But when it comes to me out here in public, my voice is like how you hear it now. You know, somebody say something to me, I go like, what? You know,
keep that.
You know,
keep that.
Oh yeah, I can't lose it. It's hard to lose.
YouTuber. I always ask you where YouTubers at. Who was your favorite one? The person you really like to listen to?
You asking me?
No, I'm asking Turin. Is he there?
Oh yeah, of course I'm still here. Man, that's a tough one, because I listen to a lot of people.
I know when
I will say this though. I will say this. I really look forward to Professor Black Truth.
That's what I thought you was gonna say. Because you're always over there.
I will never forget, and this was the highlight of my YouTube, especially on my original channel. And it was the time that he had did a video. I forgot what it was about, but he had gave me a shout out on his video.
I heard it. I heard it.
I had to pause the video. I was like, hold on.
I
was like, he knows who I am. I'm like, it kind of caught me off guard. Like when I saw that, I almost didn't make it through the video because I was still in shock that he knew who I was. Like I actually went and almost had one of those fanboy moments right there. Like he actually knows who I am. I was like, I was like, I didn't want to go in the comment section like, man, can I get your autograph or anything like that? But it was like it completely caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I know when I go over there, I'm gonna find Turin. I look for him, and he usually right close to the top.
Because I would I say a person that you really like and respect is a person that if their videos pop up in your feed and you just stop everything that you're doing and you just listen to what it is that they have to say. I'm trying to think what I think the last video I think he did was the one about Bill Cosby and his accusers, and
that's what I had my husband listen to.
and he broke that all the way down. Like he had the mugshots and everything. Like it was like that was a really good video to watch, and and also too, he was a huge help with getting my subscriber base up to what it was. A lot of people who came and found out who I was came from his channel. And also I remember when I had lost my original channel and I had got a new one, he was one of the first people that actually shouted me out on Twitter and told them to come follow me on my new channel.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, he gave you a lot. I think there's a few times whenever he posts something, he's always giving you props. You and Superboy.
That's my favorite. Mr. Superboy is mine. And when some people find out that that's my favorite YouTuber, I had some people unsub from me. It was bad and stuff.
Superboy, You know, hopefully one day he might hear what I'm trying to say because we're both veterans, even though we're in different branches.
Oh, yeah, he has a passion for veterans.
We have a passion for righteousness. Pretty much that way, veterans and righteousness, and looking out for our own. And hopefully one day that, you know, since I'm showing my face and my voice, that he will one day, you know, get in contact with me and say, man, hey, dog, we're on the same page, bro. Let's do this shit. You know, we got to, because we got so many powerful brothers and powerful sisters that are speaking truth and wisdom and everything. We got to unite, you know? I mean, because with me, I can't turn, you know, like Superboy. I could tell that he got to maintain who he is. But me, I keep it raw. I keep it strong. It's like I asked you, Queen, you know, when I heard my first time coming to your panel, and I listened to the playback, I said, damn, I sound too rough and too loud and yada, yada. But you said, no, keep it like that. Keep it like that. So I appreciate that compliment. And
you should, because the thing is, let me tell you something how everybody has a different approach how they do their videos. And I strictly do videos on pure emotions. Now when I do my research, I'll go look this up, I'll go look that up, I'll read it, you know, play a video. And I also do videos how I like to see them. So I don't write stuff down. It's just the emotion has to just to hit me. I mean, like I said, everybody got a different approach. But one thing that I have learned is that people like you to stay authentic to self. You know, however you talk, because there's people out there that need that. That's why I encourage people to do channels. I'm a big fan of small channels, because small channels, grassroots channels, that, you know, they really want to put out some good, consistent information. Sometimes the big channels can get a too little commercially. Now, Phil from the Advice Show, he still stays grassroots to me. I can handle Phil, but believe it or not, the reason why I like smaller channels, and I've said to some people, I said, you deal with less trolls, you know, you just deal with less stuff. Right. I get called a bitch and nigga every single day.
Yeah.
I never got called that. I never got called much that word until I started really going further with the YouTube videos. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised that with all the content I had on my original channel, that I didn't get shut down sooner. With them Thugs Everywhere videos and all them heroin videos, the White History Month. Oh my God, White History.
You was touching that sweet spot to really tearing their ass up. You was tearing their ass up.
Yeah, you were.
And he did it so subtly. That's the thing that got me. It got, you know, it's like when they finally caught wind of him, I was rolling. I said, he didn't hurt their ass.
He did. I know, man.
To be honest, that's another reason I give credit to Professor Black Truth as well, because he had a series on his old channel called the White on White Crime series.
Oh yeah.
That is what inspired me to do the Thugs Everywhere videos. But it wasn't just me limiting it to white on white crime. It was them committing crime against us, committing crimes against children, committing crimes against animals, nature, anything.
Damn.
Like I took what he was doing with just crimes against white people and expanding on top of that and talking about the stuff they did against humanity or just the world at large.
I got a series that I got on YouTube. I got just exclusively on Black Junction, White Rage. I have a White Rage series over there, and then on my channel, I have a series called The Coon in the Caves.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
I just make up a story out of my head about the coon in the caves, and people say they like it. One day I didn't have a video to do. I just threw it up, and then somebody said, "You need to make that a series." I like that, and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, make that a series. That's good stuff right there, Queen.
But
most
then
definitely.
But then on Black Junction, it's some videos I don't even share with YouTube. I share just for us on Black Junction.
Oh yeah, like the videos that I post up where like these white people be getting handled and stuff like that. I don't post that up on YouTube. As a matter of fact, there was a video I came across today. Oh my God. I did not think I would ever see anything like this. So basically, it was a video that Tariq Nasheed had posted up on his Twitter account, and it's a very short video. I think the video is like 10 seconds long. This white kid, and I can't tell from the angle if it was a boy or a girl, called this black kid the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
That, when I tell you, that black kid handled that white kid, that white little insignificant whatever. I'm telling you, he pulled a wrestling move on this kid. Like
that was on that bridge, right?
No, they was at a school. They was at school.
The brother jumped off the table to chase that motherfucker down.
No. I know what you're talking about. Not that one. This is a newer one. This happened outside, like outside of the school, but it was still on school property. He picked up that boy and body slammed him on the ground. And the white boy thought he was gonna pop back up. No, as soon as that white boy popped up like he was hopping out the grave, that black boy snapped him one good time. His head.
I love it.
Terry, you say some funny shit like I think today you posted a video about this chick that had like a little hideout place where she can do her meth, whatever it is.
Y'all, if y'all are on Twitter, go to Tariq Nasheed's page. It should be on his timeline. And he didn't really post a lot of stuff on Twitter today. Just go. It's like one of the first things he posted up today. And you can scroll down his timeline and you can find.
The funny part that you had said about that woman is that she got a forehead that looked like a IMAX screen. That shit cracked me up like a motherfucker. Boy, and I looked at it, I said, she do got a big ass wide forehead. You put a movie screen on the motherfucker.
And it's so crazy because notice that all the meth heads and opioid addicts and heroin addicts have these big foreheads. I don't know what it is. I said, does that cause hair recession? Does that be wide?
My stomach hurt.
That shit was funny, Queen. Oh man, I'm just like you, Quinn. I cannot stop laughing for like maybe like 3 minutes. I couldn't stop laughing because that shit it just tore me up.
You know what? I said I was so mad today. I put up all these videos. I was mad at that when I found out more about those kids that got killed, and stuff that their parents was around. And I did a rant, and I even had to laugh at myself. I said, "You barren bitches."
Since I mentioned that video from Tariq's page, I actually just found it, and I'm gonna play it for y'all. It's not gonna have any sound, so y'all just gonna have to like make up the sounds in your head of what was what happened. So it's only 6:6. Can y'all see it?
Well, I can see it, but I'm looking at my other computer. And I don't see it on. I don't see the presentation yet. It's not coming up on because I work off of 2 computers.
Okay, because I just can y'all see it? Can you see it now? Because I haven't played it yet. I'm just waiting to see if you can see it.
Oh, I see.
There it is. It's there. It's there.
Okay, now I'm about to play it. It's not gonna have any sounds. It's 6 seconds, but look at what happens so fast in 6 seconds.
Play it over.
I can't see it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but go ahead.
Oh shit. Boy, he yoked him.
But look at the slap though at the end. That's the part that got me.
Showed. I see the slap.
It happened so fast.
He slapped the taste out of him.
He was like, "Stay down."
That's a big dude. I like that when you showed on Black Junction, that dude was on that motorcycle. That dude was on that motorcycle.
Yeah. Yes.
My husband watched that over and over. He said, "Damn, wait a minute, what happened?" You know, it was so quick. He would pop, pop, got right back on that motorcycle and took off. And one dude
I said they gonna learn, and it's a video I'm gonna post up. I'm not gonna reveal what this one is, but it's another one that I came across, and that's gonna be a Black Junction production, and I'm gonna post that one up probably tomorrow. Now it's so crazy. You mentioned that one. Then the other one I did was the one where the white guy came in strolling off the street and into the Applebee's, and then called all them people. He called them all niggas, and he table, and they all handled him.
Yeah, that's right. What was fun?
I said that was teamwork right there, because you even had the black men wouldn't handle him, and then you had the black women that was trying to hold people back, that was trying to break it up.
Hey, it was funny. The funniest part to me is once he started calling them all those names as he's heading out, and then also when he said it, it's like he started throwing his hands up. It's like, I messed up. I'm sorry. I apologize. And before you know it, they were on his ass.
He was gonna get his ass kicked. He knew it.
He knew it. There's no apologizing going on.
Right.
They came at his ass like piranhas.
Right.
I'm telling folks, you get over there to Black Junction, you can see some white folks get foot put in ass.
See, that's why I'm glad I had Black Junction right now, because I could not post something like this. They would snatch this off my channel so fast.
You know what got me? You know what got me when we all first ran over there to Black Junction? Lisa Cabrera put up a video, that white woman that had that pig sleeping in her bed.
Oh.
I was done.
Queen, I'm an animal lover, but when I watch certain videos, little cute things, what animals do. But when they start showing videos, like videos that you may be interested in, it's about women, mostly women, that like a pig, a dog, or you name it. You name an animal.
You know what she titled it?
Sleeping with it.
Lisa titled it Her Husband. And this was a I'm done. I couldn't believe she had that big ass bitch. She kept waking the pig up. I said, "Is she got this motherfucker in the bed with her?"
Yeah.
Oh.
I see this one person in the chat room, MW, and peanut butter. Yeah, he's right. That's what white women buy. They buy a lot of peanut butter. They smear it on their kitty cat and have the dog come over and lap that shit up.
I got a story for you. Let me tell you I got a peanut butter story. So my girlfriend went to her house. Her nephew came over. He was on break from college, and he was telling us, he said when he got a room with a white boy, and he said he noticed it was a couple of holes in the wall about waist length. All right. So anyway, they had one night in the lounge area. So he said that white boy got pissy drunk, and he was laid face first down on the couch. So they didn't, they was picking him up. When they picked him up, he had took a jar of peanut butter and put it in the wedge of the couch, and he had screwed the peanut butter. He was screwing the peanut butter. So he asked the white boy the next day, because it messed his head up. He said, "Why you be screwing?" He said, "Why you screw peanut butter?" And the guy he didn't even flinch. He said, "Oh, what I do is I stick it in the microwave a little bit, stir it up, and then he said I stick it in the wall right there. That's why a hole is in the wall, and I screw the peanut butter." But see, he got drunk, got the peanut butter, and took it. And I was like, "Damn!"
Do y'all remember that movie American Pie?
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Okay, then you know which part I'm talking about when you mentioned the thing about the peanut butter, but it has something to do with the pie.
Well, I also heard something about the watermelon too. They do hump water. Yeah, they say that they do something to heat up the watermelon and they make a little hole in the watermelon and start to hump it like it's a real woman.
Oh my God.
That's desperate. And then I think Taryn had mentioned something about I think it was Taryn, some white boy got filmed having some fish give him a blowjob or something like that.
I don't know if that was me.
I heard it from somebody. I thought it was Taryn, and I was thinking, What is wrong with these people?
Exactly.
No, we wouldn't even be thinking about that. Well, I'm gonna screw the peanut butter tonight. I'm gonna screw the watermelon tonight. My goodness.
Man, like I said, man, I would not let if I had a dog and I let him out in the yard just to go ahead and go relieve himself, whatever. I stay out there to make sure if I see a white dude or a white woman walking by, and, hey, come here, bro. Come here, bro. Come here. No, don't get close to them motherfuckers. You don't know about them.
They're not safe. They're not safe.
No, they're not. No animals, no trees, no concrete wall. Anything is safe in these motherfuckers. They will hump anything. They will hump a bag of cotton balls.
The air. The air.
I knew this dude that was in jail. He told me, he said during his jail time, he volunteered to do like farm work. You know, that speed up your time. You're out busy. So, you know, they do the head count. So the evening was over where they do the head count. One of the white boys was missing. So they searching for him. But while they searching for him, the rest of the people that worked out in the farm have to go where the guards are. And so they said this one area they went to, they started hearing a squealing sound. And the white boy, they walked up on the white boy screwing a baby pig. That dude, and this dude, he was hardcore gangster. He said, Kim, that shit messed my head up. Boy, I never forget that. I was like, oh, that's too much information. You get like that, everybody know you done screwed a pig in jail.
I tried to tell my brother, I said, no, even though he's in a neighborhood near me, I said, hey man, watch your kids, bro. There's a lot of white dudes around. And then one day I was babysitting my nieces and nephews, and my youngest one, she was sick. And I told her, you know, baby, go, you can't play with her because you're sick. And then she has slipped something out to me, you know, about one of the neighbors who's a white boy, white family. I said, what happened? What happened? Share with Uncle. But she wouldn't do it. I said, baby girl, you can trust Uncle. But she refused to say anything. And she's like about 7 years old. And so when I saw a little white boy, you know, ride up and down the street on his little bicycle, he cruising to the driveway, I just gave him the coldest look. Because I said, I've been paying attention to your little nasty ass boy. You know, ooh, boy. Man, you know what? And your daddy is measured, so I know he don't fuck with me. And so, but once, man, I try anything to get my little niece to tell me what happened to you. I said, hey, I let you go to the refrigerator and eat what you want, but tell me what happened.
Somebody just put in the comment box that Taryn put up a video. Where it said Taryn put up a video of some cracker talking about he had sex with a raccoon.
Oh.
How's that possible? Raccoon would have gnawed that shit off.
I got raccoons all around these houses. I'm telling you, these raccoons around my house is gangsters. They don't run from nobody. I see because that's a lot of wildlife around here. I hear them slamming up against my house at night and hissing. They straight gangsters.
Yeah, raccoons don't play.
Yeah, they gangsters.
I want to see a white boy go fuck a possum. That's what I want to see.
I think one did a snake. I don't know how.
Yeah, I did hear about that. But I tell you one that I heard that really cracked me up. This happened in the 80s. It was all on the news too. This black guy and this white guy, they were becoming priests in the church. I don't know how they do all that stuff in the Catholic Church. Well, anyway, they was having them a little relationship. So they decided to have sex, and one of them couldn't pull out. And they had to end up calling the fire department and had to send them to the hospital. You know that everybody, I was like, wow. Your ass get. Wow. I'll never forget that. Woo.
Man. No, most of those damn animals but those who post things about animals, puppies, and all that kind of stuff, kittens.
I be feeling sorry for them too.
It's really, it's mostly, it's majority. Yeah, it's majority white folks that's posting all these animal channels. Now, like it could be like it could be a cute thing, or mostly they try to post cute things about animals. But man, I'm like, y'all fucking these animals, y'all are. God, you just show too much. You show too much tenderness and and love. You gotta be humping these motherfuckers, and these animals may have no other choice but to accept it because.
Ain't nothing safe around them folks. Nothing. Nobody is safe. The animals ain't safe. The water ain't safe. The trees, the flower, the grass, the air, everything. I mean, you know what? You know what people are saying now? They are seeing that wherever the beasts go, there's always destruction. So like them white people down there in South Africa, they looking for some country to take them. They asked Trump. Trump didn't even respond. Okay, Australia responded. Then they got to thinking, okay, when you bring a large group of people, they bring their problems with them too. But anywhere that these white people go in large masses of groups and set up housekeeping, there's always drama, and people are starting to notice it.
Yeah,
these people don't like peace. They don't like peace.
There's a few channels today that posted about this incident that happened. I think it was in Canada, where this couple they tackled down this child predator that's coming to fuck their daughter, and they put a zip tie until the cops showed up. Guess what? The cops arrested them and charged them for assault. So, yeah, there's this Black Reality TV is one that made a post about it.
Did you see that story that Taryn put up where that man had a baby with his daughter?
Oh yeah, and then shot her, the baby, and the stepfather.
That was the most confusing story I ever did. Like it took me more than just reading the article than to try to break that one down because it was so confusing. It was so weird how all of that transpired. So basically, the guy, he met this woman back in the 90s. They had a child. I guess they gave the child up for adoption, and they went to go look for the child. He finds the child, and he finds out that's his daughter. He leaves his wife after his wife finds out he has an affair with this woman who he doesn't know who she is, because remember they pretty much have it. She wasn't in their life the whole time, so she wouldn't have known that was her. Finds out that's her daughter. He ends up divorcing the wife. He marries the daughter, has a child with her. Then the adoptive father, gets hold of the child. Now fast forward, they ended up getting arrested for that incestuous relationship, and then ends up killing her, the child, the adoptive father, and then himself. And he traveled multiple states to do that. Now, what I've heard is that he already had the child, but he killed the child and was using the child to lure the mother there. And it worked.
Yep.
And she brought the adoptive father with her. And that's how she ended up getting killed.
Yeah, because she's from multiple stories, it says that she called him to call off the relationship of the marriage between them. And that's what made him snap. And I was like, boy. I was like, when I'm in contact with white folks, I just keep it very brief. I keep it very brief, very cordial. They ask me how I'm doing. So I'm doing fine. Thank you. How about yourself? Are you doing good? Okay. Naturally, you are. So I just walk away. And they said, what do you mean by naturally you are? I said, man, stop playing for dumb, dog. You know what's going on.
You know what that case make me think of, Taryn?
What's that?
I know it was in one of them European countries a few years ago. This man had built a chamber in the back of his house down below someplace, and he had wife and kids, and this one daughter, he was molesting her, and what he did was he kidnapped her and put her in this chamber, and she was down there, I think like 18 years or something like that, and he had like 6 kids with her, but only 3 of them. How did that go? He had some kids with her, and he would bring a child to his wife. Some of them had died, but he kept some of them in this chamber. They had never had no sunlight. They did have a little TV, and she said that her father over those times probably had sex with her over 3,000 times. And how they got caught was the daughter that he had, his daughter / granddaughter, was real sick, and she begged him to take her to the hospital, and somebody knew something was wrong and doubled back there and arrested them. And this man, they said this man had a crazy sex drive. He was just, he had to have sex constantly. He was married and everything. This was an elderly man. And when I read that, I was like, damn, the sole purpose was to build a chamber. I mean, he had a little miniature kitchen in there, a little miniature bathroom, 2 little rooms, and he was just down there to have sex with her. That's all he did to her. Just ravished her body. I was like, damn.
I know, man. That's, oh my God. It just tears me up. It really does, man. I mean, there's things I want to talk about right here, but I don't want to share because, it's y'all's time. Because after this here, I know there's a lot of people that's asleep. I should have did it like before 10 o'clock, but it's about survival and updating the news today at the same time.
It was a good video. It was some, in fact, I was talking about it today to my husband, some things you had mentioned in that survival video, because I did one survival video a long time ago. In fact, that video, you put a lot of comments in that. It was last year. It was stuff. I was reading some of the comments the other day. Some of the stuff you can't remember everything, because I know you was writing stuff down, and there's just so much you got to remember.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yes, I just want to try and share what it is that we need to do to prepare for this craziness that's about to come about. Mm-hmm. And so if you're weak stomach, you're weak spirited, okay, we'll leave my chat room and go somewhere else, because this is about to get heavy. It's about to get heavy duty around here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I think after this, if I have to do it 2 times, I'll do it. But after this live stream, I'm gonna start mine up and just give them. I don't know how long it's going to take, because I'm shocked, very shocked. Maybe it's due to being connected to you and Torian and all that stuff. People come to my channel and listen to what I gotta say, which I am very grateful. But they got to know something, what I mean? Because I try and pass this knowledge to my own personal family, those I've been knowing as a childhood. Mm-hmm. And they're simple-minded. They just want to say a pistol's the easy way. So you mean to tell me that you would shoot your own brother that you have a problem with, rather than sit down like a man, like the Bible says? You're going to say you're a Christian? Well, there's a verse in the Bible that says that you sit down with your fellow man and you sit down and talk with them and discuss the problem. So if you quit to go to a pistol,
I'll be back.
I can't see you as a man. It's hard to do so. Oh, okay, Queen. No worries. Yeah, so I can't do it. But when they see me, how I can, whenever I go, when I used to attend these family functions, and our people, they get full of that juice, and they want to start fighting each other, and I go there and break it up. Because other motherfuckers today want to grab a camera phone and take a picture, put it on, what was it, World Star Hip Hop shit. Mm-hmm. I said, nigga, put the camera down, break the fight up. Make them understand that we should be fighting each other. But no, everybody trying to be famous for the wrong reasons. But when they see me go out there and handle that stuff, then they want to come talk to me. I said, no, bro, I ain't got nothing to say to you, man. You already showed yourself by just breaking out your camera rather than going out there and breaking up the fucking fight. So don't come talking to me. Leave me the fuck alone. Get the fuck away from me. Or my PTSD will kick in on your fucking ass. Excuse my language, people out there in the chat room, but it is what it is. Black Ranger salute, bro. Yeah, man. I get irritated whenever I see a video posted of It could be brothers or sisters fighting each other. Especially when it comes to sisters fighting each other, black men will always break out the fucking phone, especially these millennial kids, and record it. Rather than go break this shit up, break it up. You know, I was a bouncer. I really had to put no heavy duty hands, a few times on a person. But once I was to show the example, they never come in there acting a fool. So Jack Johnson, salute, bro. Yeah, and so it really rips my heart because that's why I try not to watch that World Star Hip Hop channel. I really don't. Unless I see it's a black dude knocking a motherfucking white dude out. That's about the only time. That's about it. Other than that, I don't want to.
I post those particular videos on Black Junction, so that's something that you don't really ever see because they always like to post up videos of black people in a scared state, and this was actually showing them actually fighting back.
Right. I agree with you, bro. I hear an echo. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I silence everything, so okay, it sounds better now. Okay, I don't hear the echo now. Yeah, and another thing is damn, my memory. I remember the time when I got the military, man, and I tried to tell my people about pay attention to the signs of what's going on. And I said, I will offer you some free self-defense classes. You gotta charge me, even though I'm struggling. I don't give a fuck about the money. It's about our people. I also wanted to show them how to use a weapon properly, how to learn it, do it blindfold, do it all that kind of way. And but now I said, no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna have anybody punching on me. But you quick to grab a gun and shoot somebody that offended you or step on your shoes.
Right.
That shit don't make sense to me, man. So even today when I go home, if I go home and they talk to me and now they're catching wind about all this shit that's going on, I said, no, brother, I can't teach you nothing right now. I can't teach you. My body's broke down now. I can't do it anymore. I could have showed you some shit way back then when we were young in our 20s, but you didn't want to do it. You'd rather take the easy route and just pull a trigger on your own inward person, and that I couldn't get down with that. One thing they wouldn't do, they would not confront me. And so I'm not trying here to intimidate, but there's a certain spirit that we got to carry as black men. And so today, now they're trying to ask me, you want to teach some class? I said, no, I can't do it. My body is wrecked. I can't do it. I can show you some basic stuff, but I don't want those 65 quitters to come in there to join the shit and then they realize how hard it is. Then they want to quit. I'm not going to deal with it. No. I want some fucking goddamn lion-hearted warriors and lioness. It's gonna be there and stick through it strong all the way through.
Right.
Because fighting for this goddamn raggedy ass country, it ain't fucking easy. It's never gonna be easy. So I'm trying to bring it back to my own people to wake the fuck up. We are at war. Now, if you want to keep on watching that fucking NFL and shit, I ain't got time for you. Go ahead. Stay on the TV screen. Keep watching these celebrities and all that. I ain't got time for you. But somebody that's over there, I can tell the spirit of a person. I can really tell. So I'll teach you. I try to teach my nieces. I try to teach them, but my brother is so goddamn coonified that now he don't let my nieces come over there and let me teach him self-defense. And I told him, I said, anything happened to my nieces and nephew, anything that could have been prevented, I'm going to come to you first. And then I'm going to go to the motherfucker that did what they did to my kinfolk. But I'm going to come to you first. Because you should have never let it happen. Never. But you too goddamn lazy. to fucking goddamn try and teach your kids. You want somebody else to teach your kids. No, let the relatives do that. Let a relative. I tried to show him, the kids how to respect themselves, how to do all that kind of stuff, due to my military experience. These kids, they love me, but my brother keeps them away from me. And so when I see him, nigga, no, I don't want no dap. I don't want no dap. No, I don't want no handshake. Fuck you, nigga. Excuse my language, people in the chat room, but it is what it is. It's cold-blooded. You're trying to help your own people out, and they turn you back, but they run to them goddamn white folks. They listen to what them white folks got to say. But you want to listen to your own blood, the one that went through fucking hell, survived and came back, and you want to help me teach them? I did everything. I want to teach them self-defense. I bought fucking musical instruments. Gave them a few to better their brains. But no, he don't want to do that. I said, all right, motherfucker, I got you, nigga. I got you. You ex-crackhead motherfucker. So
I'm back.
Terminology, but it pissed me off, man, when you try to help out your own. Hey, Queen, but it's sad that you try to help out your own and protect your own family, first of all, and then you protect your people. But these motherfuckers don't fucking get it. And it pisses me fucking off entirely. Now I see why the brothers, from the one in Dallas, the one in Louisiana, snap. Because surviving that bullshit for this country, when you come back home, you get treated like shit, eventually it's going to make you fucking snap. It will.
Mr.
And all you're going to do...
Cap.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Superboy had predicted that was going to happen. You remember?
Oh, yeah. I knew it. I know. Hey, me and Superboy, we're on the same page, even though he doesn't acknowledge me, but that's cool. Because I know he get a lot, just like all of your channels, you get a lot of trolls, you get a lot of comments, and there's too many to answer back to. So I understand why.
I'll let him know about you. I'll let him know because me and him talk on the phone.
Oh, okay. All right.
He has so much bad stuff happen to him. He don't know who to trust. And he only talked to a handful of people. But if he know you cool like that, he'll be so joyful. I
know. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that, Queen. I really do. Because I've been wanting to reach out to him, but I can understand why he's being solid. He solidified himself away from the public, but yet he does his posting. I'm the same way, but yet I gotta do what he do. I said he been through hell, more hell, and I've been through hell, fight for this country. But yeah, I have to force myself to make myself public and address our people, to awaken our people, whatever the consequences. If we did it for this country, I got to do it now back inside this country. So it is what it is, because they're going to try to make me homeless.
So they gave you a different perspective. You went and fought for this country, then you come back and they want you to still continue to conform to this bullshit.
Right. And I accept it. It's like I try to tell I know most people in our chat that the chat names I see that I'm familiar with. I can tell they have a warrior spirit. I do, and I try to tell the rest who might be brand new. So there's a thing in the Japanese samurai lifestyle. Accept, already know that you're dead, so in a way you be a better fighter. Accept it, and then the way you won't have no fear in you. Because we already know it's our land, but yet the oppressor saying it's their land. And they want to try to eradicate and eliminate us and do whatever they can to get us up out of this situation. So I say, even though you're a good-hearted person, go to work, do your thing, expect the unexpected, be strong-headed, and understand that you're already this one concept, you're already dead. Because that's what they want to do. They want to kill us, and then they want to say, I fear for my life. So just expect it. Just keep yourself clean the best that you can. So no way they can't go back and look at your Facebook, your Twitter, or whatever it is, and try and say, well, they posted this here. Because they try to find any little thing to try to criminalize and defile your name. So just that's all I can suggest, because that's how I do it. I live clean, but if I get confronted now, I'm tired of it. I'm fucking fed up with it. Or if a cop pull me over, you know, I'm not gonna go to that little emasculated voice. No, no. This is my voice, motherfucker. This is my battlefield voice. You been battlefield? If not, don't be intimidated. You got everything that you need. You got the bulletproof vest. You got everything. You got backup. How am I a threat to you? I'm not in the fighting stance. Man up if you're gonna wear that damn uniform. I'm not a threat, but you're pissing me off, and I know what you're doing. I listen to your questions. I listen to your tone. I listen to all that stuff. You're trying to get me knocked off, but you already know how to approach me once you saw them license plates. Disabled veteran, U.S. Marine. Yes, you know how to approach us. But would you do the same thing with people that don't have those same license plates? Why? So that's my thing. That's why, now my new thing now is whenever I go to a live chat, I address my people as line and lioness. Royal line and lioness. That's what we are. If you're about that fight. And I agree with Superboy that it should take Black veterans to clean up our community. But my community, I live in a nice community, but I don't mind. I wouldn't mind moving back to my community and try and help get it safe, clean, and everything. But Superboy is right. It takes Black veterans to go out there. We'll straighten that shit up quick, fast, in a goddamn hurry. We can. But you got to worry about these goddamn white-ass cops that don't want that to happen. And it pissed me off to the fullest. But so whenever I do a live stream, I immediately delete it because I throw out some stuff that I don't want them to go back to on me. I'm not controlled like Superboy. I just keep it. I just go raw. I don't give a fuck because I'm as a Black veteran, I heard the history of how they treat Black veterans from the World War II to Korea, Vietnam, all that stuff, and it's bullshit. And now today they hire these East Indian doctors. And India has a struggle dealing with fucking goddamn rape over there. But they want to send these goddamn females over here and these males to attend to American veterans. And I can't understand better what the fuck what they're saying because it sounds like, are you underwater? I can't understand nothing what you're saying. Okay, no, but it's like you drowning. Talk American, like white folks say, talk American. So I see everybody got quiet, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
We always talking.
I know, but I'm just letting people know, those in the commentary in the chat room, if you have a child thinking about joining the military, make sure they avoid anything that's combat related. But at the same time, doing something that's combat is more of a honorary thing, and but you go in there and learn something about computers or how to fix on airplane engines, technical shit, stuff like that. You'd be all right. If you don't want to go to war, which I could totally agree. I totally agree. If I had a child and he or she want to join the military, I asked him, what do you want to join? I mean, what position? What MOS? Military occupation specialty. Now, if the son talking about going to the infantry, well, I'm gonna have a sit down with them. But if the daughter is talking about going to something, I said, okay, daughter, baby girl, go ahead and do it. Like the medical field, dentistry, working in the office, learning how to fix weapons is good for a woman. There's a lot of things. There is for the women. And but for the male, don't let them use your body. Don't let them use your body like that. I hope they hear the fuck what I'm saying too, who might be spying on us. I don't give a shit. Y'all don't love us. Y'all don't love us. So stop fucking faking it for goddamn, stop faking it. Giving goddamn Kaepernick all this goddamn hell about taking a knee. Mother, that knee ain't shooting no goddamn bullets in none of you. He's acknowledging the injustice against our people. But then y'all gonna take offense. So you're disrespecting the veterans. Motherfucker, are you a veteran? If not, shut the fuck up. You just like Trump and Ted Nugent. You're a bunch of fucking cowards.
I was getting ready to say Ted Nugent. I was getting ready to bring up his name.
Oh boy, I remember that Ted Nugent shit.
Yeah, I know that Ted Nugent like actually shitted on himself when he reported to the draft department. He shitted on himself.
Cap, I heard that shit on last year, I think, on Mr. Superboy's channel. I didn't know he had shitted on himself. I said, damn, you that afraid to go in combat, huh?
And now he got a little channel how to hunt animals. Mother, how come you go out there and hunt these so-called gooks in Vietnam? How come?
That motherfucker shitted on himself.
Yeah, he shit on himself. I'm talking about shit from the bowels into his goddamn drawers. Now there's some guys that walk in there, they rub some peanut butter on their ass and they go in there and lick it like they crazy and shit. I had my uncle, he played crazy. He ain't about to go to the war. He told me how he did it. He said, yeah, I smeared all kind of peanut butter to my ass and I just went down there and just licked it to my hand. And it's all denied. But goddamn, yeah, but Ted Nugent, yeah, he actually shitted on himself.
Boy, that's too much information.
Yeah.
And then got a nerve to call himself an All-American or a patriot.
Right. I get tired of that shit. I don't even fly the goddamn flag on I would not put that flag nowhere on side my house or nothing. Hell no. Fuck you. But every time I drive to my neighborhood, I see that Dixie flag or the American flag. But when they see my goddamn license plate, they say, I ain't gonna fuck with that nigga. I ain't gonna fuck with him. That's a USMC nigga. Now, yeah, don't fuck with me, dog. No, I prefer peace. Mm-hmm. And if you don't prefer peace, bring it, brother. Cause I'm behind enemy lines, and you're my enemy. Even though you're trying to say that I'm not your enemy, but now you know you're my enemy. You know it. So if you want to bring some that's why I don't sleep at nighttime. Like shit, I'll probably crash out like at 6 a.m. Wait till the sun come up, cause I'll be waiting for them coming to try and mess with my property. I'll wait for them. I know white folks always do shit at nighttime. I'll wait for the motherfuckers to come try to do something to my property. I really do. I got you, bitch. Thought I was asleep, huh? So I go out there and camp in the backyard if I have to.
Hey, True Royal and Cat.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to cut the live stream off. I'm actually getting tired.
I feel you, brother.
Like I said, I came smooth off of an 8.5 hour shift just to do this.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Because I said I had to get this one out, and I wanted like input. So I said I couldn't even put this into a video format. If I could find out how to download these videos from here, which I probably can, I'll probably re-upload it on my main channel.
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I know you're busy, man. I appreciate you holding it this long, and this strong.
Right. I didn't realize I was gonna go. I didn't know I was gonna be on here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
How long this channel been up?
I just put it up last week?
Oh no, that ain't good. Because usually when you put up a channel, we got to get the word out. You should have been by at 1,000 by now.
Them subscribers was rolling in almost the whole time we was on this live stream because I get the notifications. I had put it out there on my main channel that I was creating a live channel. I had got maybe like
an announcement on my channel that you got this channel because I remember you lost some other channels and then we got you back up to speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, because I didn't know about this channel, bro. I really didn't know until you posted that video about your live stream. I said, oh shit, I know he had another channel because I follow you on Twitter and everything. So I'm glad that I came across it. But I'm saying, like, I know you got to get off of here.
All
but
right.
after if people give me like maybe 10, 15 minutes, I'll be posting a video doing part 2 on survival.
Oh, you
stuff.
survival part 2? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah. But Terrain, I know you want to see because I delete it after I get off. You know, after I finish it, because I don't want these damn white folks coming. You know, say, see what he's talking about. He's anti-American kind of shit.
Do it anyway. I will make an announcement, Terrain, so you can get you up to speed.
Yeah, Terrain, I'll do the same thing, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, family.
I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, brother.
Who knows what we're going to talk about next?
All right, man. Take care of yourself.
You too.